and while I was, trying to log in and everything, so every time it was showing in the web browser insecure, unsafe site, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to the customer care guy. He said, uh, and he said what he took my remote and he tried to do something. Then he said, which firewall, antivirus do you have? So I have
Mm-hmm.
Windows 10 and
Mm-hmm.
I have Windows Defender as an
Mm-hmm.
antivirus, which
Mm-hmm.
is good enough. He
Yeah.
said, no, our product doesn't work on the Windows antivirus, so you'll have to disable that.
Yeah, you make
That
an
was
exception in Windows Defender, allowing
okay.
astatrade.com.
Okay, acha. So I can go there and only for Astha I can
Yes, correct.
because he told me you have to disable, remove it or
Disable the
something.
thing. Yeah. But
Okay.
you can
So
allow
I mean,
only Asta to sing as
okay,
an exception.
okay,
It will work.
okay. All right. So that is something that I was struggling with.
Mm.
Secondly, when you have to, when I was trying to put an SLM order,
Mm.
so they have RL, something called RL, and then there's
Yes.
something called SL.
Yes. You have to go
So,
to that SL order and put
huh,
your higher price as a trigger price.
okay.
That will be your SLM order.
Acha. So higher price is the SLM because I tried an RL and the order got
RL
triggered.
instantly it will trigger. RL
Yeah,
market and RL will instantly trigger.
okay, so I quickly had to get out of it. So all this experimentation, but yeah. So yeah, but okay, then I'll try this because uh, putting an order in mobile is not comfortable. I mean, if you're
Why?
on a desktop, it's easier.
Okay.
For me, it's easier.
Okay, okay. Normally I like to place my order on the mobile.
Okay, because it's faster.
No, no, no. I just like to place the order and walk away. No. So,
So you put a value and then it's like it'll automatically trigger,
correct,
and
correct.
then you
Until
can
that time it will show in pending orders.
correct. Okay.
And once it
So
triggers,
I
it will
just
go
use
out of
the
the pending order.
SL and the higher trigger price. Okay, got it.
Correct.
Okay. Let me try this couple of
You can
times.
actually take some time to go through the entire platform. They have that
Yeah,
Asta Aero platform.
correct.
Once you get used to the interface and know where to find what you want, you
Correct.
become pretty much comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think it's just a change thing,
Yeah,
a new
yeah,
interface, and once you're comfortable, then it's like,
yeah. I used to struggle even with Zerodha.
Zeroda, I think, is one of the most friendly user
Yes,
interface.
yes, absolutely. In spite of that, I used to struggle. It shows how dumb I can be.
Okay, so there's hope for me still. That's fine.
There's hope for everyone.
So while everybody is joining in, I have this problem. If if my trade fails, now then I feel so reluctant in putting another one. I was going through this guy's.
Swaminathan is the best guy to guide you on that, actually.
Yeah, I saw his whole, mental struggle, and I thought, oh my God, this is me.
Anyway, it's good
Yeah,
thing he has come out of the struggle.
yeah,
It's
that's
only a
really
matter
good.
of time. See, it's a matter of testing
Mm,
the water with one lot, feel comfortable with
mm.
what you're doing, and then go on to expanded lots.
Correct. I think everybody has to go through.
Or you can even do it with the equity in one share quantity
Yeah,
and do it.
yeah,
And until you're able to do it even in your sleep, then it
yeah,
becomes so much more easier.
yeah. Right. No, no, I'm going to be, no, I'm going to be, I've understood that there could be a couple of SLs but I've been seeing the videos and
Mm,
I see that people have not given up. Even if they've had 2, 3 SLs,
mm,
they keep at it and then they succeed. So it's not
yes.
that, and because the SLs are smaller,
Mm,
therefore it is not like making a big dent and then you can recover it also. So I think that is one should not give up is what I think my takeaway was that there
yes.
could be another. trade which can work, and another, if not two, three, maybe that kind of
Look,
a thing.
most of you think that I'm an enemy of indicators. If you want, you put a moving average on your chart, and
Hmm.
you can avoid some false entries if you want by doing that. Try the Hull moving
Mm.
average with 20 period. It's fantastic.
Okay, it is on Zerodha, huh? On the
Yeah,
on the
moving
on
average
the
means
on
instead
the
of
spot.
close field, you select it.
Hmm.
I mean, instead of simple moving average, you select Hull.
Mm-hmm. On the spot chart, right?
On any chart, it will work.
No, but option. I mean, instead of option, because basically this is for knowing the bias, right? Whether
No,
we have
don't
to
forget
go.
about all those things here. Now in fact, today it's going to be a different kind of a session where I'm stripping that last thing of bias also. Hull,
Okay.
Hull.
Yes, I've heard of it. Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
fantastic thing. If you take a longer period as a setting, Hull moving
Mm.
average is excellent in capturing trends.
What is the time period? A hull moving average for which time
20,
period?
21, 20 or
2021.
21, if you keep, it will be excellent in catching trends. I'll show it on
Okay.
the thing also, presentation
Great.
also.
Great. Then let's.
Today somebody
Sir,
messaged me
I
saying,
am.
shall I use the stochastic momentum indicator for avoiding false entries? See, it's all a
Mm-hmm.
question of avoiding the false entries. No, you can use any
Correct.
indicator to do that.
Yeah.
Right? I keep saying don't take a trade in the no man's land. Wait to
Mm.
see if it is near support. Some people may have some challenges looking at support and identifying it. So
Right.
let them, they can continue to use indicators. I'm only saying let us not discuss those things in the group because the
Yes,
newcomer,
absolutely.
a
Mm.
lot of people will get confused about what to follow.
Mm. Yeah.
I want to knock
Sir,
off
I
all
am.
these external peripheral support which we use as a crutch and only get trained in looking at price and trading.
Yeah, but it's like a trainer. What you said, na trainer wheels.
Mm.
Those for babe,
But
people who are
someday
like,
you have to take off the training wheel. No.
yes, 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 absolutely. That
Yeah.
will obviously come off. But
Yeah.
if you don't get on the cycle because you're so scared, then
Bijon, you were saying something?
Sir, I am Bijon. I'm just today. I've seen some of the videos. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very interesting for last 2-3 hours. Although I do not spend so much of time. I'm into
Mm.
stock options, sir.
Okay.
Okay, and just a middle class guy. Although
Mm.
I did some FNO, but I made losses and gave up. So now I'm again back because of the lockdown, work from home. So we are into, and I'm doing some options for last 3 months.
Yeah,
So
now
making
losses
loss,
are
but
going to be no longer there in your experience. You will start making
no, you're the
profits only.
first person telling me that buying options is a good idea
Yes.
because everybody is telling you always sell options, don't buy.
Mm.
And as a middle class fellows, we don't have that much of kind of capital.
Mm.
Okay, so when I heard that you from 5,000 you made 65 lakhs, I
Mm.
said, here is my hero. Maybe I can learn from him.
But there is a disclaimer there that 5,000 to 65 lakhs was only purely trading stocks using zero-da leverage.
I want to do that only. I don't want to go to Nifty Bank Nifty. I want to do stock only because that is where some idea I can put in
No,
my own
now it
idea I
is.
can also
Now
bring
you
in.
are in entering stocks in a wrong time. No,
Possible.
Bijan. First,
Yes,
let us
yes,
be clear. If you do
yes,
stock trading,
yes,
you
sir.
are going to get 2 or 3%. That is not a good enough return for the amount of capital you deploy. Let us
Yes,
be
sir.
clear on that.
Yes, sir.
I will encourage you to get into options. Okay,
Okay.
start with 10,000 capital. Trade
Okay,
one
sir.
lot.
Okay,
Take a
sir.
few stop loss hits. It won't hurt you much. You'll lose maybe 500, 600 rupees.
Okay.
Okay. Even if the stop loss hits, you're not going to lose
Okay.
much.
Okay.
So continue to take trades during the day.
Okay.
And believe me, you are going to make much more than what you lost. And
You're talking about Bank Nifty, sir?
yes, I'm talking about Bank Nifty. That is what can give you 100, 200% of your capital as returns.
Yes. Lot
You're
of
wasting
volatility
time
on that.
here trading equity. That is my view.
Thank you so much in advance, of course. Oh, time well spent. Time will tell. Possibly I've come to the right forum, you know. So let us see. And that
First thing
HeikenAshi you
is
are following,
dip your
sir.
toe into the water, feel it,
Okay.
try trading
Okay.
one share just
Yeah.
to get the hang of the mechanics of this method.
Okay.
Once that is coming as an automatic response from your fingers, then
Yeah,
you won't
okay.
need to worry what you're trading. You can trade any instrument with the same method. So I will only recommend that you trade options. Don't even look at stocks because it's a waste of time.
No, I
Rest
have
is of
taken
course left
promise
to
maybe
you.
next 1 month I'm going to follow blindly. So,
Yeah,
so and so
follow it with one lot of bank nifty options.
yes, yes, yes.
End of
Sir,
one
I
month, your
did
capital
try.
will be so good.
Okay. Sir, I did try with Nifty options, you know,
Mm,
for that straddle method, you know, on that day for yesterday. There was a big
mm,
going up, Nifty went up and came down.
mm,
So I took an hedge. So I made some
mm.
little money, not much, but I bought call option in the
St-
daytime, in the morning,
Straddles and
and which
strangles
reversed.
don't make money
And
consistently. Okay,
yes, yes, yes.
so
That is
you need
only to
to
make prevent loss. Hmm.
correct. But on a expiry day, taking a straddle is a
Okay.
good idea because prices will start flying, and you can always get out. No,
Okay.
at around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you get out of your trade, book your profit, and relax.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to start
Okay. Okay.
discussing everything right from the beginning. Most of our existing
Yes, sir.
members will feel bored.
Yes, sir. Yes.
They can catch
Okay.
up on a little bit of rest, and we will
Okay.
talk.
No, sir. No commuting now.
Ramesh, I thought you didn't want to come.
Yes, sir. Why you are thinking in that angle?
No, no, you had in the poll you had mentioned not interested. No.
Yes, sir. See, I was not interested, but then I said, why I should lose an opportunity or leave an opportunity when there is a possibility of good learning in there.
Something else may get discussed.
Yeah, see, there's a same point when it is not required, to be right. Because that ORB reasons and then your ethic and everything it is the same, then I don't mind, you know. Then it becomes
Hmm.
a psychological thought.
Mm.
But as they would say, let me just first join. Because you
Actually,
don't know what you have and something new card in your sleeve, you know.
actually, the intention was that the people who have joined newly in our group, they don't have to sit and watch 10 hours of video content.
I
We'll.
really appreciate you for that, sir. To be very frank, a few
Mhm.
minutes back you were mentioning a point saying that you are going to mainly don't put new messages in the group which will confuse the newcomers.
Mm.
And people don't know which one to follow. Frankly, I am in that stage right now. When I start reading that group messages.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thought what you are putting it out through. Better not to put it confused. This is a strategy, this comes into perfectly. And,
Correct.
obviously, both the strategies are really good, whether it is an ORB or I will put it a different kind
Daily
of
candle method.
yeah.
Daily candle method is undergoing some
Interest.
problems.
Okay.
So please don't trade it until I come out with some solution for that.
No issues, sir. I will hold it on there.
Yeah, because the basic flaw is that you are entering at a wrong price. And
Correct.
if you keep entering at a wrong price and expecting that you will make big profits, it won't happen.
Unless you average it.
Correct. And see, market has to trend hugely for you to make big money out of that method.
Correct.
Unless you come up with some other method of entry,
Hmm.
and then you hold on to the trade till the end of the day.
Correct, sir.
But having entered on the HeikenAshi method, no, your mind will again start playing games with you. It'll say what happens if there's a reversal. So you won't have the courage to hold on.
Correct. Very true.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
You got to have a trading account on TradingView, okay? Not a trading account, simple charts, okay? And if you can have that, just put silver micra right now on that, okay? Put your HA candles on silver micra and put the indicator shared in the group, okay? ORB.
Yeah, yesterday we talked about it, sir.
Yeah, you just take silver micra, okay?
Yeah.
It is a fantastic thing, sir, and we have to combine these things together, okay?
Yeah.
We just don't have to go hunting for new systems. What you are teaching is basically what is there you are sharing with your heart, okay?
Yeah.
That is the best part. And when someone shares with his heart, no, he's always concerned. Right now you are saying, okay, don't trade daily candle, okay. Let me see what are the mistakes. Okay, let me confirm that. That is what these guys have been missing all through their life. Okay, they are young, they are running. You just share them the concept, okay, sir. The basic concept and the rules, okay. You have
Yes.
to, you just have to mark down the rules, okay. These are the rules, okay. You are going to trade on these rules.
Correct.
Partnership will be hit, no problem.
Yeah.
These guys have to learn to take stop losses, okay.
No, that will happen, sir. That is part of the system. So
Yeah,
by and large, everybody is used to getting stop loss hits and then coming back and
yeah,
taking the next trade. They are now used to it.
yeah. Even your yesterday webinar was such a fantastic thing, okay.
Anji.
Even Som shared something. See, you are sharing a system and he is sharing a practical thing. Okay.
Yes.
You are sharing a theory and he is sharing a practical thing.
Yes,
And
exactly.
what a good combination both of you are having. I'm thankful to both of you.
No need to thank us, sir. We are only doing what can help others.
Yeah. See, it is not easy. See, it is not easy in this fake world, Swaminathan ji. You don't want to take compliments, so I can't help it. But I'm going to give you compliments, okay? You can't return those
Thank
compliments.
you.
You have to take those compliments. Eh?
I will have to take it. Yes, I'll take it.
Yeah. This is a very fake world of trading, okay? And especially after the social media has come, I've seen lot of guys, lot of fake people coming out there. But someone like you has to be appreciated. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Now you can continue, sir. I've said what I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start off basically with a recap of the 15-minute HeikenAshi method, which we all trade regularly. I do tinker with other methods just as an experiment, but right now you guys don't need to do it. Just focus on the 15-minute HeikenAshi method for your trading. The method is simple. Earlier we used to say, let us look at Bank Nifty bias by looking at the daily candle open and mark a line. If the price is trading below the open, you take a look for put options. If it is trading above the open, you look for call options. You will have to wait for the entry signal for that. Now the entry signal is all contained in a set of 4 rules which I have for the HeikenAshi method. Rule number 1 says, never buy when you see a green candle. So if you have a green HeikenAshi candle on your chart like this, you never rush in and buy. The reason is price is moving very fast towards the resistance level. You don't want to buy at resistance. You only sell at resistance.
Sir, are you
So,
sharing
sir,
your screen?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
okay.
Was the basic lecture Baji, after that screen share. Anyway, let me share the screen as well. Look for trades according to which side the market is trading, right? So if most of the price action is happening around, above the opening price, shucks. Paranivel Periyaswamy. All right. So once you marked your opening price, you look to see whether price action is trading above it or below it. Okay. And we are looking at this on a 15-minute chart. In the initial stages, price action was trading above. So what we do is we look for confirmation of the entry. That we do by switching over to HeikenAshi. And we only buy if a red candle high is broken. So I'll come to the rules first before we jump the gun and move on to this. So the rules are only 4. Okay. Never buy when you see a green HeikenAshi candle. And never sell when you see a red HeikenAshi candle. The other 2 rules are about how to take entry into a trade. If you see a green HeikenAshi candle, you think only about selling, not buying. So you will sell below the low of the green HeikenAshi candle, or rather the normal candle at that point in time. Like this was a green HeikenAshi candle. So we sell below the low of this.
Hi, Mr. Das. Vanakkam, சொல்றீங்களா? All good. How is COVID situation there?
Fourth part of the rule is that you buy only about a red candle high.
Excuse me, sir. Can you ask Mr. Ramesh Narayan to mute because a lot of background noise is there. Mr. Ramesh Narayan.
Okay. He can unmute himself when he wants.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, sir. It would be great. Pioneer here. So if you could repeat that four rules, it would be great. Like I joined a bit late, so this is the first time I'm logging in.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll put out this image in the group itself. I have it in my mobile. So let me just share it in the group first.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Done. You see, if you keep these 4 rules in mind, that number 1, you see a green HeikenAshi candle, never think of buying, right? Our normal tendency is to see that green candle is there, so I have to also catch that bus. Please don't do that. The reason is that price is going towards some kind of a resistance level. We of course don't know where the resistance is, but if it is moving up, it has to hit resistance at some point. That means if you enter the bus there, you will find a very unfavorable risk-reward ratio. And when you see a red candle, don't jump in and sell. When you see a red HeikenAshi candle, your mind should say there is going to be a buying opportunity. Where is the buying opportunity I need to take? That's all you need to think of. If you're already in the trade on a short side because the green HeikenAshi candle low is broken, right, then you will continue to ride that trend. And likewise, if you're in a long trade after a break of a red HeikenAshi candle and price is continuing to move, you hang on to that trade. As long as the stop loss of that entry candle does not get hit, you're going to hang on to the trade. Now, in the revised scheme of things, I'm even knocking off this opening bias. Don't look at open price and try to decide the bias. Just look at these two HeikenAshi charts. One side it is 31,400 CE. On the other side, I've just taken 30,900 PE. This is what I will open my day with. When I see a green candle happening, I just sit quiet and observe. And when red starts to form, I look for entry if it is available. If it's not available, I don't enter the trade. In the meanwhile, the opposite side of the chart, like PE is already started with a red candle. So we don't think of selling here. We think of where should I buy. Ideally, the closer you are to a support level, a previous support level, you will get a valid entry. And once you enter the trade and put your stop loss, just ignore the trade until either the stop loss is hit or your target is hit or you reach the end of the day's trading. Okay. And during the trading process itself, you're going to switch over to a normal candle. You don't need HeikenAshi after you have taken the entry. You will continue to hold on to the trade once you've got the entry. Now, supposing we got an entry here or maybe here. I entered at 163.75 and my stop loss was 150. 13 rupees stop loss for a bank nifty trade with a lot size of 25 is not going to make a dent in your wallet. Even if the stop loss gets hit, you're not going to worry about it. What it means is that the trade did not work out in your favor. It's okay. Sometimes trades don't work in our favor. We'll have to take that loss and just look for other opportunities. Ideally, this is the only simple trading method we follow. Now you don't have to look at the opening bias, look at bank nifty chart and all those things. Forget all these things. Because what I found was on days that you had a V-shaped reversal, people get confused whether they should take the trade or not because it was price was below the open price. Why should I take a CE trade? People are asking me these kinds of questions. On one side, yes, it is better to trade with the trend. But sooner or later, any reversal has to go from below the open price to above the open price. Only then you call it a reversal. So when the trend starts, it is better to enter based on the HeikenAshi candle, right? And when I say enter based on the HeikenAshi candle, HeikenAshi candle is just a timing tool. When I see a red candle, I immediately switch over to my normal candle and see this is the normal candle against the red candle we saw. I will place a buy order above this high. So if I enter at 923, it went all the way up to 1350, etc. It is actually as simple as this. You don't need to break your head about where I should enter. All those issues will go away from your head. The advantage of this HeikenAshi is that you are entering at the lowest possible price. And with such a small stop loss, your trading psychology issue of fear also goes away to a large extent. You may have other fear that I should not lose the profit I've made. But at least your fear of losing right from the beginning is gone. And then you continue to hold the trade. Okay, how long will I hold the trade? As long as the trend does not change on a larger time frame. What is the larger time frame you can use? You can use 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on your comfort level. I usually look at 1 hour candle and see if there's a trend change. If there's no trend change, I just keep my trade on. So recently, our people have done a lot of experiments and said 2 hour candle is better. Frankly, I don't know which is better. It is up to you to try out. I would even look at the daily candle and say I'm not exiting. If I'm in a long trade on this candle, I'll not exit. I will let the trade run through to the end because I know I've entered at the rock bottom price and my stop loss is small. Worst scenario, if this becomes also a red candle, my stop loss will get hit. That's all. I cannot lose more than 500 rupees on this trade. Questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Swaminathan, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I am generally confused about what strike price should I take up in Nifty and Bank Nifty. Like let us say as of now, 14,300 is Nifty spot.
Yes.
And nearby puts and calls premiums are too high. So let us say if I take 14,440, 50 call, then I should take nearly same put at lower level?
Not necessarily. 1 second, I'll just admit these people and...
no problem, sir.
Yeah. You see, the only one piece of advice I can give you is take a strike price which is likely to become in the money during the day.
Okay,
So
that would fetch in more money, yeah.
Correct. And you start with the OTM, then let the price accelerate as it becomes ITM.
Okay, great.
It will give you the best of both worlds actually. A larger return in terms of percentage. And also that your profits will be larger.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Right, sir.
Good evening, sir. Abhijit
Good
here.
evening, Abhijit.
Sir, one doubt. On 16th of April, if we took a call option with a strike price of open price plus 400 or plus 500, so it was somewhere around 400. So is that amount too high, or should we select a strike price with a premium of somewhere around 150 to 200?
See, it depends on the day of the week actually. On Friday, you try to take any trade, option premiums are going to be high because that is the start of the next week's option, and after expiry, generally the prices will be high. So on Fridays, I usually take a very far OTM contract. I go to the extent of ATM plus 1500. Or ATM minus 1500. I go that far. Okay. Zerodha may not allow you to take that kind of strike. You take whatever is the farthest Zerodha allows.
Okay. So this is only for Friday, right? From Monday onwards, like normal.
What I do is from Monday onwards, I gradually move my strike price closer to ATM. Monday I may trade with 1000 points away. Tuesday I will bring it down to 700, 800 points. Wednesday around 500 points. And then Thursday, preferably start with 300, but close your trade by 1 o'clock. Because if you remain OTM by the end of the day, you're going to have it zero, have the entire premium will expire worthless. There's no point in taking that risk. So preferably on Thursday, if you take ATM trades, it will be nice. Because that will be the quickest way to seeing big profits on Thursdays.
Yeah, true. Right.
Because one side
so
anyway
Thursday
will be
before 1?
And try and exit before 1 because anytime the price movement can change direction and whatever your gain can go, it will vanish, no?
Yeah, true.
So I like to take my profit around 130 and then I'll wait for one more trade between 130 to 2. I may take one more ATM hedge.
Okay.
I'll do a straddle and then leave the computer and go away.
Okay. That's also right. But we'll need that some time to
I
reach
don't
that
know.
point.
See, if you have a sideways market on Thursday, you are going to get anyway raped. Okay, the entire money is
Correct.
going to go down the drain. But that is a risk I like
Right.
to take, because on days when there's a solid momentum building up, you are going to have a huge profit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I've even traded at 3:15 in the
Correct.
evening. I'll buy a call at 75 paisa or something, and buy a put at 50 paisa and leave the trade.
Oh,
It's a sheer gamble
okay.
trade. And suppose
Mm-hmm.
one of these things suddenly moves, it can go up to 20, 30 rupees. That will be a windfall bonanza for us.
Wow, that's like, yeah,
And that is usually a
and
gamble.
without
Most of the
any
time I
loss.
usually lose. I lose. I lose only what? 50 paisa and 75 paisa now.
Correct,
Especially if
correct.
you take it with Nifty,
That's almost nothing.
it's nothing. But be careful,
Yeah.
don't try to take a big position, because big
Mm-hmm.
position means you lose more, that's all.
Okay. Sure, sir.
If you treat it purely as a
Thank you, sir.
gamble trade, no, you don't mind losing. So most of the times I've done this, I've lost. Only
Yeah, but
once I had this thing going up to 45 rupees from 75
but
paisa
even
to
if one day it works, so it will cover all the losses. Right.
45. I wish I could say that as confidently as you could do it. I'm not able to be that confident. But I know that I'm gambling. Okay, that is the difference. I'm not going to sit and hope. And I let this trade auto square off,
Okay.
or maybe I'll
Uh-huh.
hold it till 3:30 and let it go into auction. Either ways, if your momentum
Okay.
is building up in the last few minutes, that is a fantastic trade to take.
Mm-hmm. Correct, correct.
As long as you realize that you're gambling, and you should not mind losing that money on both sides, right?
Right, sir. Yes. Yeah, if we'll keep that in mind, then it will hamper the
Correct,
performance on Friday.
correct, absolutely. And don't put in too much of a quantity there just because you feel it's a small amount, because it can.
Mm-hmm.
I used to trade with a maximum of 5,000 rupees gamble. So I
Okay.
used to trade quantity up to 5,000, which I'm willing to bear on both sides. CE plus PE should not be more than 5,000.
Acha.
That will be my loss limit.
Okay.
Okay, as far as the HeikenAshi method is concerned, do you guys have any doubt? Because this is something I want you guys to be very crystal clear, how we take entries and how we manage our trades.
Oh, good evening, sir. This is Murari, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Murari.
Sir, say I'm in a trade
Mm.
as per HeikenAshi.
Mm.
Now, should I, after first 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
it is completed. Now, trade is in my direction.
Mm.
So, should I trail my stop loss to the break-even point? Someone in the group already
Yeah,
discussed.
Swaminathan was saying once you reach a risk reward of 1:1,
Right.
then you trail your stop loss to break even.
Correct, sir.
After trailing your stop loss to break even, if you try to trail your stop loss to protect further profits, you will end
Right.
up missing a big chunk of profit, because the volatility will take you out, and later the premium may go to another 200 points extra.
Right, sir.
So you don't want to be kicked out of the trade too early. So what
Yes,
I
sir.
suggest is only move your stop loss to break even and just let the trade run.
Only one trailing, that is up to the break-even point.
Correct.
And later just leave the trade whatever is my target or up to the EOD.
Correct.
So for that I have to now switch over to the regular candle.
Yeah, you don't even need to watch the chart.
Okay, sir.
There's no candle required, because you are going to be away from your computer. Just relax, do something else.
Okay, sir. One doubt is there. If in between sometime happens that the one red candle comes and it give me some means fear that it will get.
That is why I said don't look at the red candles forming.
Okay,
If
okay.
you don't look at the chart, you won't have fear, no. See, Murariji, what I'm saying is, in a trade, only two outcomes are possible.
Right, sir.
You win or you lose.
Yes, correct,
If
sir.
you win, you have to win big. If you lose, you have to lose small.
Okay.
Right? Once you are mentally at peace with both these things, you don't need to sit and watch your chart throughout the day. That is not what we mean by intraday trading. We mean that you get out of your trade on the same day.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that you sit and watch the chart throughout the day. There is much more productive use of our time we can have.
So, if in nutshell I say, ki after taking trade and if I'm lucky one and trade in my direction, the trail to the break-even point, now just I have to think that either I will be having a good profit or I will not going to lose the money.
Correct. Exactly.
And I have to leave that means
do wonders to your
need not to watch.
You don't need to do anything. You just go away, do some other work, or enjoy yourself, read a book.
Yeah. And one last question, sir. If I'm leaving the trade up to EOD, so someone I'm new to this system, sir. So I'm not knowing much better. So at the EOD, when my position is means cut by the Zerodha, some charges are extra or it is the same one?
Auto square of charges is only 50 rupees. Believe me, you will be able to afford it. Having made 5,000 rupees profit.
Because it's sometime people are not knowing and they think no I have to 1519 or 1517 I have to quit by myself.
If you want, you can do that and save 50 rupees.
No, so that's not a big deal. So I can leave it up to the 1520.
50 rupees to Zerodha.
Yeah, correct, sir, correct. That's nice, sir. So nice of you, sir. Actually, yesterday also I had gone through all those discussion with the Hardesh, sir. It was you can say means one of best session I have attended in my life, sir.
Sir, Hardesh
so thanks to all of you, sir.
Hardesh ji is a trader with the experience of 25 years in the market. And it is up to us to take as much advantage of his presence in our group.
So, like when session was going through, like the session was going through at that time, I was just having one smile. So my wife asked, why you are smiling? I told her कि ये मेरा life का एक वो था कि कोई senior person should guide me, and this is the moment when I am in that situation. So I'm not taking so much time, sir. Just thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Carry on, sir.
All thanks to Hardesh ji.
Yes, sir. Thanks to him, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Swamiji, Ramesh here. I could not able to concentrate on your message. If you can just refresh what you have spoken, because I had another international call, so I couldn't able to do that.
Yeah, I could understand that. I saw how is COVID situation there and all you were asking.
Yeah, because that was call from France and unavoidable one. I cannot say no to that as well. Please, thanks a lot, sir. If you can.
What is the question exactly?
No, I just wanted to know how the new thing which is happening today.
The new thing is very simple, sir. We are not looking at the daily candle for bias.
Okay.
Spot chart for bias.
Okay.
Okay, I'm saying knock it off. Don't think about it.
Okay.
Whenever you get an entry on either side, either C or P, take the trade.
Okay, during the day.
During the day, in the beginning of the day, if you get a C entry, take it.
Okay.
Let it hit your stop loss, no problem.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And if you get a P entry, you take it. Whichever side is working, the momentum will build up, no?
Correct.
That side will give you big profits. One or two small stop losses will not matter to you.
Okay.
I'm saying let us not overthink on how we will plan our trade and all those things. There's no planning required. All you're going to do is sit and watch your chart building up this thing, HeikenAshi candles.
Correct.
When you see the red candle, you know if some high is broken, I'm going to enter. The moment, let's say this candle high is broken by the next candle, you're going to look to your left and see if this is an area of support or not.
Okay.
If it is not an area of support, don't take the trade.
Okay.
Wait for a price to come to some level of support. What I like to do is, I like to put my 1 hour chart and go by the same principle which we discussed for the benefit of the newcomers. I'm saying this. What I like to do is I like to mark my lines like this. Let me just pick up a horizontal line. So I know that the last bit of support is here. Okay, once I'm back on the 15-minute chart, where candlesticks. So if the price is trading somewhere here, I will not take a trade. I will wait for it to come down to some level of established support.
Okay.
Then I will take the trade.
Okay, then noted.
Right?
So,
And same thing you do on the other side also, on the PE chart. What this will do is it will prevent you from taking some arbitrary trade entries,
okay.
which will confuse your mind. See, I know there was a support here.
Peak support, yeah.
I know there was a support here. Right, and this probably would not have formed, or maybe it would have formed, we don't really know. So if it was there, we'll mark one more line here. But in any case, when the price comes down to the support, if I enter the trade, I'm safe. And that is where usually you will get your HeikenAshi signals also.
Yes, sir.
So you got your HeikenAshi signal here, right at the support. This is a very valid trade.
Correct.
As long as it doesn't hit your stop loss, right, you're in a very nice situation. You made 100% profit.
Correct, sir.
Slightly more than 100%. So you could do this with even a FAR OTM contract. We are looking at 30,900 here. No, let's say 30,000 is a strike price we'll select.
Now 29,900 may be possible.
Possible, but let us take 30,000.
Okay.
See, I have a clear past support lines. Let me mark it again. Maybe it will be useful for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Tomorrow we are not going to trade OTM.
But tomorrow it will be trading, it will open at 30,000, what happens?
The point is, I don't like to predict, sir.
Yeah,
Whenever it opens, I'd like to take.
What you say is true. You know, when it comes into 30, then we have to think about it, how far you can go for it or nearby. You know?
Correct. So after it opens, you know that you already have some support lines marked. If the price comes anywhere near this level and HeikenAshi gives you a signal, lightly take the trade. It is likely to be a very successful trade. So let's say you entered this at around 50 rupees and it made a high of 92. Not 92, sorry. It made 97.
Yeah.
Fairly decent profits, no?
Yeah, very true, very true. Only thing is like tomorrow you should always trade at ATM, correct?
ATM is the best.
But ATM might be risky in the morning. You know, I just wanted to know.
Morning, what I normally do is I take a 300 points away OTM.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Morning
300 points away, if you take the OTM, you get cheaper prices. And if it becomes ITM, you're in a good position.
Else you're off.
Then you're out by 130. Beyond that, I will not hold the morning trade. Around 2 o'clock, I'll take one more ATM straddle.
Very true.
By the time the premium would have come down drastically. So it is much more easier to take the trade. Especially after taking a first profit, you'll feel all the more confident to take one more trade.
Correct. Very true.
So when you take ATM or maybe even 100-point difference, ATM plus or minus 100 if you put, on one side it is likely to become ITM.
Correct.
The point is you can never predict at what time momentum will build up. So you will have to necessarily hold the trade and hope for the best. Especially on expiry days.
Very true, sir. Correct. That is, and tomorrow being a expiry, one number two is like today holiday, and tomorrow how things are going to get open, nobody knows.
Correct. A lot of people are expecting a negative open, but I would rather not prejudice my mind.
No, I will put it different. If it is a negative, still I have to make money. So how to make money? That is a more important thing.
Exactly.
Let's hope for the best for tomorrow.
And you don't need to be extremely accurate on marking your support and resistance levels. Even if it's some few points are here or there, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're, this is what most of the traders like Oliver Velez and all say, location is most important.
Correct.
Right? And if you take the trade at the right location, you're bound to make profit.
But why you don't want to pick up the day candle ORD, sir?
Day candle is a different method we discussed. What we said was, see, there are many ways you can look at the day candle method. I'm saying continuously there has been falling momentum only.
Correct.
Right? And there is no good news that can suddenly propel the market very high.
Very true.
So if I just enter at the open, at whatever is the price, and let the trade run till the end of day, how much can I lose?
The maximum is the trade premium.
And I may lose on a couple of days when you have a green candle instead of red.
Correct.
Right? If I only take a sell bias or buy a P contract, if the momentum is strong, I'll make big money. If the momentum is not so strong, I may not make big money. I may even end up with a break even or slightly small loss. That is something I need to be prepared to take. Unfortunately, we are not yet ready for going full-fledged into the daily candle method. This is ultimately the best method of trading. I don't need to look at any chart. I don't need to look at any up and down movement. I will just buy a P and wait. Worst scenario, my P will be in loss. That's all, no. And given the fact that Bank Nifty moves on an average 900 points a day, we take 900 points OTM contract.
The only thing is like if you are taking a next week expiry, then possibilities are there.
True. I'm saying, see, for me, every day I like to treat it as an expiry day.
Yeah, that is
Okay. If I take a 900 points away OTM and the Bank Nifty moves the full 900 points, I'm going to be in a super duper profit.
Correct.
In between, when you have losses, no, you tend to feel demoralized. You start imagining the trend is changing. It is forming higher lows.
Correct.
All those thoughts will come into your mind. That is only your mind trying to tell you that you should be afraid. You say, I don't care. I'll hold on to my trade no matter what happens. Nobody likes to lose money, but certain days you need to lose. Sometimes yeah.
What is strategy for tomorrow? Like at 9:16, we shall buy, call and put both.
No, right? No. Sorry. Tomorrow the strategy is for the morning session. Take 300 points away OTM strikes, C and P. Put it on this multiple chart.
Okay.
Put your listing on HeikenAshi display and wait for your entry.
Okay.
You will enter on one side only. You will not take call and put.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
This trade is always a unidirectional trade.
Okay.
Sometime towards the afternoon, you can try a ATM straddle. ATM CE, ATM PE.
Right. Okay.
Then you can let the trade run.
Okay. Yeah.
Because price has to move somewhere. No, let's say you do it at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, say 3 o'clock, people are not going to just sit quiet. People will be trading. Price will move.
Correct.
Whichever side it moves, as long as it is taking a directional move, you will be in profits.
Yeah. Right.
And you decide when to take your profit and close your trade because it's a Thursday.
Correct.
Tomorrow I'll not say hold on to the trade till the end of the day. You book your profit as soon as you see it. And be thankful you have not lost money.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what I do on Thursdays. 300 point OTM I take. Simply because Bank Nifty moves 900 points a day on an average. That I found out from ATR. It is some 949 points on an average for 14 days. So even if it falls below average, it could go to maybe 500 points.
Yeah.
It has been a long time since Bank Nifty traded only 300 points move. It has not happened very recently. So you will always find there's a possibility of getting out when your strike becomes ITM.
Correct.
So to that extent, you try to err on the safe side.
Yeah, right.
Rest of the days, I don't mind taking a bit of a bigger chance. But expiry day, I will not take any big chance. I like to be as safe as possible. The sooner I get to ITM, the sooner the better for me to exit also. I will not try, of course, you could always trail your stop loss and hope for the best. But we don't know how the sellers are going to manipulate it.
Okay, sir. Yep.
Sorry. Parnivel Piriswamy. Parnivel?
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, clear, no?
Yeah, I'm clear, sir.
Okay, which of the newly joined people are not clear? Rupali Rai, the 1 hour candle has to be a normal candle. Sorry, I missed this question. Sir, can you explain the entry? Absolutely. That's what we are here for. Let me make these candles bigger. Let us say this is tomorrow's candle. Okay. My HeikenAshi candle gives me an entry at around this point when this
Sir,
tree is broken.
sir, sorry, sir, can you like explain on the like yesterday chart, like what happened from 9:15, like?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Sorry then.
No problem. So yesterday at 9:15, we had a big red HeikenAshi candle. Okay. The normal candle was looking like this. It was a big falling day after a gap down. So obviously we are not going to look to sell when we see a red candle. Red candle is a signal that buying opportunity is nearby. The simple question is, where will you buy? So you put on your HeikenAshi candle and wait. First candle, high not broken. Second candle, high not broken. You keep on pushing it down. What I like to do is, I like to place a SLM order above the high. Then if it doesn't get broken, next candle forms above the high of that candle, I used to place a SLM order. Wherever it triggers me into the trade, I take that trade. So on yesterday's chart, I had an entry in the second candle itself. And then ultimately it hit my stop loss here. Able to see it, no? This candle's low was broken by this red candle. Then I had another opportunity to enter. Where did I find that opportunity? Again on HeikenAshi. I found an opportunity at around 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock candle, if you see, was this candle. high was 50.95 and low was 47.5. I'm taking a deep OTM contract for just explaining this. So after entering, if it doesn't hit the stop loss, you just sit and wait patiently.
Sir, can you come 2-3 candles before, because
this one
here, so yeah, next candle also break high, so this is also entry, right?
Yeah, this also entry. You will get these kinds of stop loss hits a couple of times, and then suddenly your third trade will click.
Sir, this HeikenAshi value matches to the like last traded price or not, like whichever we are seeing?
It doesn't match because HeikenAshi is calculated using a different formula. It uses the average price of the candles.
So then how to like trade, like how to correlate it?
You will place your order on the normal candle. You will look at HeikenAshi only as a timing tool.
Okay.
Right. As long as the timing is right, you will go ahead and place the order.
Mm-hmm.
There is always a chance that it could come back and hit your stop loss. But we are fine with it because the stop loss is small.
Small, right.
See, after you got entry here at this candle.
Sorry, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So that the high and the low value will be matching with that
it will not
normal
match
candle.
always here. It will not match always.
Oh, is it?
Definitely not.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can show you many instances where high and low doesn't match. So please don't say that I will trade on the basis of HeikenAshi candle. The reason I'm saying it is HeikenAshi candles, generally the high and low, if you take the difference will be huge. You will have a higher stop loss. Plus you will also get a late entry. You enter only always on the basis of the normal candle.
Swami sir, one more clarification.
Yes.
It's not necessary it has to be a green one, right?
Not necessary. It can be any color candle. No problem at all. When your HeikenAshi gives you a signal, right, that I am forming a red candle, at that time you look at the normal candle and take an entry on the high. That can be green, it can be red, whatever it is.
No, I was speaking about like not the normal candle. I was not speaking about the normal candle. So when you look at the HeikenAshi candle.
Yes.
So for example, if the higher high comes within the red itself, we can.
Yeah, it could happen. Right? It could happen. It could break your high of the previous candle and then fall back and become a red candle. But what it tells you is that the high of the previous candle being broken tells you that in a seller dominated trend, buyers are willing to come in, which means there is some level of support here with pending buy orders.
Right. So here there is no necessity like it has to be a green candle. That is what my.
There is no necessity that it has to be a green candle. It can be any color candle as long as it has broken the high. You are fine with it.
Fine.
So can you please tell example from Tuesday, like Tuesday 9:08 pre-open market opens and then we take.
What is the date?
Tuesday is 19th of April. I think no Tuesday yesterday I think 20th of April 20.
That's what we are talking about, no?
No, I mean like from the start, like for example, we first check the bank nifty pre-open, right?
Yeah, you forget all those things. I'm telling you, you don't do all this jugglery now. Look at high candles on your CE and PE chart and trade.
Okay.
Now when the day starts, CE is showing green candle. So our rule says don't think of buying.
Okay.
We are an option buyer, no? We will only look for red candles.
Correct.
And red candle high being broken is a trigger for us to get into a buy entry.
Correct.
If it is a red candle, we don't think of selling. So luckily for us, we are option buyers. It tells you that buying opportunity may come. Where it will come, if it comes at support, you take the trade very gratefully. Okay. it is unlikely that you will be very wrong. It could still hit your stop loss. That's okay. It doesn't matter. But you are still in the right location for a trade.
Correct.
So take the trade. Here it gets stop loss gets hit, even on the normal candle actually. I've entered a trade here. Stop loss hits. I'm out. Then again I get an entry at this.
Correct.
My low is 47.5.
Correct.
Maybe I'll keep my stop loss at 47.25 or whatever. Slightly
Correct.
buffer. I just let the trade run. Until the stop loss hits, I'm not going to think about exiting a trade or taking another trade on the opposite side. Once I'm in this PE trade, I have no business to look at a CE trade, even if I get signals, unless this stop loss is hit.
Right.
Let us see if the stop loss got hit in the next candle. It didn't. 47.5 was our stop loss, let's say. 47.95 it came. Then it went to 50.85, 48.3, 48.7, 49.25, and then it started going up only. At no point it hit your stop loss.
No, it didn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So for tomorrow, you are planning to have 900 OTM, right? You will have 900 OTM
Not
and then
900,
see this.
not 900 OTM, 300 points away from ATM.
Okay, you will see 300 OTM. Okay.
At 908, you see what is the opening price. You will come to know. From there, you add 300 and deduct 300 and keep that in your watch list.
Correct.
All these things which I've made will go away by tonight.
Correct. Correct.
So only 300 points away, I'll take the trade.
Correct, sir. Right. Right.
And if it is too expensive, I will decide I'll not take that trade. I'll wait.
Right. Expensive is like based on the stop loss you decide, right?
See, if the higher your premium, the more will be your stop loss.
Correct. Correct.
I like to trade OTM contracts with around 120, 150 levels.
On expiry day.
On any day, actually.
Oh, okay. On any day you have that fixed. So you go like 600 OTM, 700 OTM on other days.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow the premiums may be cheaper, so I will wait for the premiums to fall. After I got this chart open, right, I will see where the premium is falling. On one side it will go up, one side it will come down, right? And this thing cannot go up forever unless you have a big trending move. In which case I'll sit in the sidelines and watch. I will not take any trade. No question of FOMO trades at all. I will avoid the trade if required.
Hi, sir. Vaibhav here.
Yeah, Vaibhav.
Sir, what if in the first few minutes itself the price falls by say about 300, 400 points?
Okay.
So then do we shift our strike price from the current market price to minus 300?
Not required here.
Okay.
It will of course depend on how your premium is also jumping, no? At the time you take the call. If you want, you can move down a little bit. But the problem is, no, after it has fallen 300, 500 points, further fall may not be possible. Maybe it will start pulling back again to the upside.
But just, correct. But just in case if that it continues after a small pullback.
Yeah, then you go ahead and take it from that point. Take 300 points away.
Right.
It won't hurt you as long as you exit your trade by 130.
Right, sir. My question was not just for tomorrow, it was for any day as such. So that's it. Right.
See, if you get your HeikenAshi signal, please enter.
Right, sir.
Okay. If,
Sir, this is Manoj.
Yeah, tell me, Manoj.
Sir, could you please explain day candle strategy?
Yeah, day candle strategy is a bit too dangerous as it stands now. Every day you will make a loss. Are you okay with that?
Sir, but I have another option for that.
Mm-hmm.
For Bank Nifty, we will do some analysis for pre-open market.
Okay.
What we do is at 9 time AM, we will saw some saw pre. Sorry, I was some tension.
Don't get tensed up, yaar. We are all friends. We are talking to each other, trying to explore the best way to trade.
Uh, from pre-open reports, we saw quantities. If the heavyweight stocks, the quantity are double than buying or selling, then we will go for the sides at
Okay.
pre-open market. Then
Okay.
9:15 we will deploy our trades. That will be the sure short trades.
Okay.
This I'm learn from TMX Crux channel.
Okay. Market
He
crux.
he is
Yeah.
a very good at that.
Yeah, but he does scalping. I don't like, okay, he keeps on scalping and says I'm making money. Yes, his course content is damn good. I know that person also.
Yes,
But somehow I'm not able to agree with his mindset. So we decide we'll do our different ways of trading.
Yeah.
See, the heavyweights on pre-open, they may look very good.
Yes, sir. Every day he is posting very good profits also.
No, that even I can post here. All I need is Photoshop now. You are getting carried away by all these things and getting into a trap.
Yeah, sir. I also tried, but I didn't catch his speed also.
Then how you can say that this method is successful? It has to
Yes,
work
sir.
for everyone, no, bhai.
Yes, sir.
Like tomorrow when we take a trade, if Swaminathan is saying I've entered a CE at so and so price for this strike price, all of us should get entry at that price. Then only the
Yes,
trade
sir.
is valid. No.
Yes, sir.
So if it depends on individual speed, I don't want to go by that system. Each person's speed is different. So he will trade 1 minute candle or 3 minute candle. I will not do it at all.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So I would rather avoid that kind of a trading method. If you want to follow, you follow. I'm not discouraging you from following him.
No. Yes, yes.
Right? He is good in his own way. He is good.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
But all of us cannot be experts like him. No.
Yes, sir.
I'm an old man. I like to take my time, analyze my trade, and then enter.
And Swaminathan ji, can you also share your diet plan? From where do you get so much of energy? From please, do share that. At least for guys like me, okay?
There is no diet plan, sir. Actually, I have some temporary fix.
Yeah.
I used to be a heavy smoker. I hope Pranit is not recording this.
Yeah.
So I have a nicotine lozenge, which I pop in my mouth. That gives me energy. Plus, I have a bottle of cold water next to me.
Yeah, because I'm just hearing you from last 1 hour, and you are full of energy, trying to help everyone, and it is not easy, Swaminathanji, not easy, and especially when you are just doing it for free. Okay.
But all things which are worthwhile, you need to put in some effort and energy into it.
Yeah, and these kids should understand, okay? These kids should understand how much energy you are putting into this, teaching them, answering everyone. It is not that you are ignoring anyone.
That is not the purpose, no, sir. We are calling this webinar only because we can address each person's doubt.
Oh, fantastic. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Okay, now you can continue. See,
yeah, Manoj. Manoj, continue.
Is that me, sir?
Yeah. I'm asking you. See, if you take the index heavyweights and look at the pre-open prices, no, sometimes it can happen that they will open at that price and then fall rapidly. Then what will you do?
Yes, sir.
Pre-open market.
So what I'm telling is,
pre-open market is only for the purpose of assessing various orders which are flowing into the system and arriving at a consensus open price. Pre-open market does not define the trend at all for you.
But for few minutes also that will give some
Few
trend,
minutes.
sir.
Few minutes. What is the point in trading here?
Except for scalping, that is enough for that.
Okay, then you might as well join some scalping group then. We are not the people for that.
Yes, sir.
See, this is what I'm said. When you people have to discard all your preconceived notions, whatever you have learned about indicators, all methods, I want you to throw it away.
Actually, what I'm telling
Then,
is that
then
will
try to
help.
come and learn this method. Otherwise, it will not work for you. It's a sad fact of life.
No, sir. What I'm telling is that will help for day candles trading.
No, day candle trading also, if you try to take that kind of entry, you will enter at a higher price. Then you will find that price is falling. What will you do then?
Loss, sir.
Loss, no.
Yes, sir.
You know the answer, and why are you trying to do this, man? Day candle method, you have to take either a breakout strategy, which means you will wait for your first 15-minute range to break.
Okay.
If it doesn't break, no trade.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Sideways market, they will not take a trade. If it breaks, it is likely to be a trending move.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it can break and then go back inside also. That loss I cannot avoid. But I can try to avoid the first 15 minutes range not being broken. Then it's better I stay away without trading. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Once I've entered the trade, I will go back to my day candle and wait.
Oh, okay.
If it continues to go down very fast and with a big momentum, I'll make big money. Otherwise, I'll make smaller money. That's all. No.
Yes, sir.
As far as day candle is concerned, right now the problem is we are not getting entry at a right location. If I enter right at the open, okay, I'm buying at a high price. After buying C or P at a high price, how can I expect it to make a profit for me?
Yes, sir.
The weakness of all breakout trading methods is this. If you enter at a higher price, you have a higher stop loss.
Yes, sir.
And also you have lesser expectations of profit. Because big part of the move is already over.
Yeah.
So we have not yet defined our current rules for the day candle method. That's why I said please don't trade it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you trade it, please do it at your own risk. Be prepared to lose money.
Yes.
Right? Then you go ahead and trade.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Manoj. And Manoj?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me.
Try to follow one method. Don't get confused by mixing a lot of methods and trying to make profits. You will never make profit consistently if you do that.
Yes, sir.
What is your goal as a trader?
That.
Some people say, I want to scalp a few points and go away. Scalping in the long run is not a good method of making money.
Okay.
Scalping will always make the broker only rich. You will not.
Right. This point is very correct, sir.
So you need to work on your mindset about that. Right? Stop thinking about scalping, what Kishore is doing. Kishore can do anything he wants. Because he is a trainer, man. He has premium courses which he sells.
Yes, sir.
We are traders. We need to make money with our own efforts.
Yes, sir. Right.
Other people's efforts will not help us, no?
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Again, same question. HeikenAshi method clear? Entries, exits? Not exits, of course. Entries and stop loss, is it clear? Anybody?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah, fine. You guys, you will have it clear. I want the newcomers to get this properly, no?
Yes, sir. So it is clear. So I think we have to wait complete 15 minutes, right, from the market to open. Then only we have to take an action.
No. Don't mix up. This is why I have a problem. See, in this HeikenAshi method, you don't need to wait. You will wait until you get a signal, no doubt. It can be 15 minutes, it can be 1 hour, it can be 1.5 hours. Okay. The reason I talked about waiting for 15 minutes for the range to break is on the other method, which we are not going to discuss here until I form a clear set of rules. Purida Parnivel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Purida sir, I got it. Yeah.
ரெண்டு மெத்தடும் டிஃபரெண்ட், ரெண்டுத்தையும் சேர்த்து மிக்ஸ் பண்ணாதீங்க. அதனால தான் அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரெண்டாவது மெத்தட் டிஸ்கஸே பண்ண வேணாம் தான் வச்சிருந்தேன்.
Okay.
Only focus on HeikenAshi method. Just put these charts like this and wait for entry. எப்போ என்ட்ரி கிடைக்குதோ அப்போ என்ட்ரி பண்ணிட்டு ஸ்டாப் லாஸ் அடிச்சா ஸ்டாப் லாஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க, பரவாயில்ல.
Right.
ஸ்டாப் லாஸ் அடிக்கல டார்கெட்டுக்கு போச்சுன்னா நல்லது, இன்னும் சந்தோஷம். ஓகே. Right, pa.
Got it.
This is which language, sir?
This is Tamil.
This is Tamil. Okay. Sir, thank you so much, sir, spreading your knowledge.
Yeah, fine.
Really.
The stop loss is the low of the entry candle. Okay.
Right.
Who was asking that question? Market forecast. Nice names you guys come up with. It makes me feel like I'm talking to some expert trainer actually. As if you're doing some training or paid calls or something. Okay, fine. Market forecast looks like a good Telegram channel name, no?
Sir, you're opening up a box of bombs, maybe you know.
So it is in fact a channel, sir. Already existing channel, but with just one subscriber.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
I opened this Asta mobile app and I've been asset, and then there are two lines: price in bracket 0 for market, and then trigger price.
Yeah, you ignore the price wala and use the trigger price.
Just the trigger price and that's it. And
Correct.
submit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I have disabled the virus or antivirus.
It's
So
working now?
Go on. Yeah, it's working.
Start exploring that platform. It's very good. Only that you don't get charts and all. You do get charts, but they look lousy.
Yeah, but that's fine. I wanted more for my OTM calls.
Yeah.
That's really important.
I use it for both OTM and the margin they give.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I know that there is...
Do I have to select something to get the margin, or it is automatic?
No, the moment you select intraday, your fund utilization will be 1/3 of what you normally put.
Oh, okay.
So even if you trade one lot or two lots, your fund utilization will show a smaller amount.
Okay. Wonderful. Great.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Riazuddin. Market forecast, you will start once you learn from me. Fine, you go ahead and start, but you will make more money out of trading here. And you will be depending only on yourself to make money, not on others. Riaz, good evening. Riaz is not able to hear. Anybody else has any other doubts on the HeikenAshi method? Can you guys place a trade confidently? Yeah, Abhijit.
Sir, like yesterday, the trend was clear.
Okay.
But on 16th April, like it was quite choppy.
Yes, it was
choppy. Completely range bound, and like we were getting signals on both CE and PE charts.
Okay.
So if you could just clarify that day once.
That day is anyway going to be a losing day. Okay, no matter how much I try to clarify.
Achha.
This was on 16th, no? This was the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16th. You had a signal on, let's see how this HeikenAshi candle looks like. It is HeikenAshi only. So I had a buy entry. It didn't sustain. Went and hit my stop loss.
Right.
Then let us see 16th on this side. I had a PE entry also, which also hit my stop loss. Only towards the end, you had some slight profitable moment. I doubt if you would have had the patience to take that trade after a whole day of doing nothing. Price was doing absolutely nothing. Right. So you would have said, okay, not today is not my day, and gone away. And you would not have made big money also if you had stayed till the end also, because how much? 56 entry, around 315 you would have closed. 68. 13 rupees ke liye why you will waste your time. That is like a trading holiday for us.
And but sir, you did say that you can go to higher time frame.
Yeah, you can go to higher time frame to avoid false entries, Kavita.
Yes, to avoid
Right.
false entries. Yes,
That is the only thing we are looking at.
correct.
So having entered a trade, should I
Yeah.
exit in panic or not? Was the question. When price does this up and down thing. I said, let's hang on to your trades until either the stop loss is hit or your profit target is hit. If you don't have a profit target on this day, on 16th, you couldn't have had a profit target. You don't even know where the price was going or whether it was going anywhere at all. I'm just pointing out at 2:30 you did get a valid trade. At 2:45. 56 rupees to 68 rupees, you would have closed your trade. 12 rupees was the profit. Maybe it would have wiped out some of the loss on the CE trade, but that's fine. There are days like that we can't even avoid. And you can't even avoid taking the trade and getting your stop loss hit because you don't know when the momentum will build up. Suddenly you may have a big spike and you will have an excellent trade. So you need to take the trade, be ready for taking the stop loss.
3 entry signals, and then after you,
each and every entry signal you need to take. If you're trading this method, it is okay. One day you may have some 4 or 5 stop loss hits. It's okay. Next day you will recover.
Sir, can I speak with Obhijit?
Yeah, please.
what actually I had in mind, कि मतलब only 1 or 2 trades or the...
Hello, Obhijit.
Yes, 16th April.
On 16th April, if you choose the strike prices according to the ATI method, I think sir mentioned it. So your C and P strike price will be 32,800 C and 31,800 P. Hello?
Yes, or maybe.
Yeah.
Not Swami, this is Swaminathan.
So in first you got trade in the 32,800 C. So you are in the trade, so you are not looking in the PE side unless or until your stop loss is hit. So at 12,
correct.
Yes, so at 12 p.m. your SL is hit, and now you are finding opportunity in the PE trade. Forget about bias and everything. So around 1 or 1:15, you got entry in the PE side, and your SL hit around 2 p.m. In C side, you don't get any entry because because at C side you don't have the opportunity to take the big green candle because your SL is exactly at 2 p.m. So you are waiting for another opportunity. At 2:30, your trade is again another in P trade. If you can see the range,
Correct.
Your entry price will be 579, that is the high, and your low is 549, that is around 30 point stop loss. And if you hold until 315, that is auto square of time, or you may manually square it off, so it reaches up to 668. So
Correct.
that is 5 from 579 to 668. I think that is 140 points. For 30 point stop loss, it give you 140 target. So it is around 1:4. So your previous two stop loss is covered, and you at the end of the day you are in profit. So it's not much of a matter that 16th April is a range bound day. You can make profit. All I can say is you have to take every signal. Unless or until your stop loss is hit, uh, you stay in the trade. If your stop loss is hit, find the opportunity in the C or P. You will find the opportunity.
Acha, so one more doubt on this. Like once our stop loss hits, once in the morning we take one trade in CE or PE, we'll let it trail. Either it will hit our stop loss, or we'll book some profit. So if we get another chance, once our trade hits the stop loss and we want to take another trade, so we should look at both CE and PE charts. Like
Sometimes in
whichever
this
gives a
case,
signal first, we should enter in that.
okay, sometimes in the, as Swami sir remove the bias thing. So if in this case C stop loss is hit, you can find opportunity either in P, or you can find opportunity either in C, whichever gives you first entry. Previously there was a bias and we have to look the prices are open or below, above or below the open price. But nowadays when the bias is completely removed, you can take the entry either which strike price C or P gives you an entry, and from that you can enter in the trade and wait for stop loss to hit. If not hit it, you will get your target.
Basically, what Swaminathan is trying to explain is once you are in a trade, either CE or PE, you don't look at the opposite side trade until your stop loss is hit on the existing trade.
Correct. Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, you definitely cannot avoid this kind of days here. You'll have to just sit it out and wait patiently. It can be killing sometimes.
Right.
But it's okay.
Yes.
So that
Yes.
we will have to accept. If it is any strategy, it is like none of them are 100% accurate. Even if it gives 60% accuracy, like it is just way too high.
Yes. How come others are not asking any questions? Gauri Shankar has been very quiet. Praveen. Okay, great. You watch all the videos. Rupali, you have any doubts? Suresh Chaudhary. Looks like nobody else has any more doubts on this. Okay, great.
Once tomorrow this stage is set, then everybody will have a doubt and the group will get a lot of messages.
Just go ahead and trade. You
That's
will
it. Either trade, whether it is positive or negative.
just go ahead and take the trades. Trade with one lot if you're scared.
Let's hope for the best.
And as you start taking trades, most of your doubts will get resolved by themselves. The only thing I can say is it's okay to take a few stop loss hits. Don't worry about it. I don't think you will find any system which will give you like 10 or 15 point or 20 point stop loss for trading Bank Nifty.
Swami
At
sir,
what
can you
capital
explain?
you should start? The capital what I normally follow is that for every 10,000 rupees capital, I trade one lot. So capital depends on you. All right. It depends. I can only say please don't overtrade just because you have more capital. Go with a graded increase.
Swami sir, can you explain entry price again? Entry in the chart candle.
Okay.
I have to be more, some more clarity has to be there because I'm new to your system.
No problem. No problem at all. See, you have a HeikenAshi candle. Okay, let us
Yes.
take some decent entry point. Let's take this point.
Okay.
This is a 10 o'clock candle on 15th of April.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where the high is broken by the next candle. Okay. I'm taking this specifically. Switch over to the normal candle chart. Look at your 10 o'clock candle. The high price is 155.75. You're able to see it here, no?
Yeah.
So what you do is you place a SLM order in Zerodha, if you're using Zerodha, for entry at let's say 156.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And then you wait for your trade to hit your target. I specifically don't mention anything about where you should exit because each individual has a different way of looking at things. Somebody may feel that 100 point is good for me. Somebody may feel that 60 points is good for me. There I will not interfere.
Kindly.
So you exit.
Kindly go back to HeikenAshi chart, sir, once more.
Yep.
Okay. So we are only marking the timing.
Correct. This is a timing tool, I said.
Okay.
My entry is always on the basis of a normal candlestick. Above the high is my entry. Below the low is my stop loss.
Stop loss.
So I have a 30 point stop loss here.
Okay.
Maybe 32 points.
Okay. So whenever any
So I will
reversal
take my
happens, we have to take an entry.
Whenever a HeikenAshi reversal happens, you will take an entry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Either
So
on
green to
C
red,
or
red to green. That's
correct.
Okay.
The point is at this time when the red candle is forming, you will not know that reversal is going to happen. So what you will do is you will keep on moving your entry order to correspondingly lower prices as each candle forms. So when this red candle is forming, my entry will be above the high of the normal candle. It will be above the high of this candle. The moment this high is taken out by the next candle, your order will get triggered and you are in the trade. After that, it's a matter of taking profits.
And in your view, what kind of success rate this is happening? Like, how you're familiar with so many other tools, and you're recommending this finally. So
See, the reason I am recommending a HeikenAshi thing is it is the closest thing to price action you will ever get. Okay. Now, let us say I have marked my support and resistance levels. I got a support here. Okay. What does your price action trading say? You buy at support and sell at resistance, right? So I am buying when a HeikenAshi candle gives me a signal. Normal price action trader will look for a confirmation. What is the confirmation he will look at? He will either look at a candlestick pattern in the form of a hammer or a hanging man or whatever, bullish engulfing pattern, all those things he will be looking at. My entry confirmation is a HeikenAshi signal. When the previous candle high is broken, That means that price is bouncing from support and it is likely to continue in the upward direction.
Okay.
So I will take that entry.
And support and resistance, you will take 1 week view?
Not 1 week view. What we normally do in our methods is we look at the hourly candle. Wait, let me,
Okay.
that is one thing I almost missed. Thanks for pointing it out. What I do is I put myself on a line chart. Okay. The ideal way to mark a support and resistance is look at the turning points first. Here there was a turning point. Here also there was a turning point. You could align your lines probably to have only one support or resistance line. So let me remove this and try to align it. I would say there was a touch here and a touch here. Then the next turning point was this. Any V-shaped turn interests me as a support or resistance. Also, if a level has acted as support as well as resistance, like for instance this place, right? This one has hit, has been a support, it has been a resistance. Here it got respected for a short time. This is a nice area for me. So I keep marking up my lines like this. Then I go back to my 15-minute candle. And as the price moves through these lines, I look for price action signals to see if there is any possibility of reversal or is there a strong candle bursting through this. So if this candle is very strong and it penetrates this resistance, I will look for the next level.
Okay.
Price tends to move in waves, right? That's what we learn about in our Wolf wave theory and all those things. So price has a natural tendency to move up from support, reach a level of resistance, then fall back depending on how the overall sentiments is. If the overall sentiments are negative, price will reach a smaller level of resistance and fall back. If it starts pushing through, you know that strength is coming into the market.
This is a silly query from my side. So tomorrow you'll tell us what kind of entry you're taking in the channel.
No, I won't. I will not open my channel at all until I finish taking my entry.
Okay.
Then it will be too late for you guys to just copy me.
No, we just need some hand holding, you know.
You don't need it. You got all the hand holding in the form of HeikenAshi signals. You have to learn to trust these HeikenAshi signals.
Of course.
It's okay if you make a mistake. It's okay if you make a mistake because it will not be a costly mistake. Make a few mistakes, no problem.
You will get many traders are trading in the group. They will update.
Somebody or the other will update after taking the trade.
Yes.
No problem, sir. We also following some other signal like super trend and MACD and all put together. So somehow the signal, I mean, the profit ratio is 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. I want you to abandon all those super trends and all those things. Yeah, first understand that all these are derived out of price. Instead of looking at the price directly face to face, you want to look at a mirror reflection. I don't see the logic in that.
Right. Okay.
So please stop depending on indicators. You need to throw those crutches away and say, I'm free. And now I can walk on my own. That is the ultimate goal, no?
Yes.
It is not meant to always give you buy-sell signals. There are so many indicators I can create also. If I'm going to sell it to you, I will create indicators and keep on giving it to you. That's what all your guys are doing, no? People sell indicators, people sell books.
Yes. We want to be on our own so that, we understand the
you have to be on your own.
Yeah.
And HeikenAshi is by far the best method I have come across that can give you a entry at the lowest possible price and keep your stop loss at the smallest level. So your confidence will improve as you trade. If you don't start at all, then you can never build the confidence. Take a few trades, let it go wrong, no problem.
Of course, sir.
500, 600 rupees loss in a particular trade will not hurt you, no. And
That is why possibly you have chosen the bank Nifty, possibly.
Nifty also, you will not lose big.
Okay.
HeikenAshi method can be used on all instruments. You can trade commodities, currency, everything you can trade with this method. Method is universal because it is only price action.
Right.
Right. I cannot
Right,
have a
sir.
different price action for each instrument.
Right, sir. It's a proven one for you for Bank Nifty. That's what.
It is proven for everybody actually, not just
Okay.
me. Swaminathan is a good example. He trades crude oil and silver, micro and all those things.
Okay.
He has been having a lot of success with the HeikenAshi method. Many
So
people
as
in
we
our
go on, we'll master the trade possibly.
obviously.
Okay.
If you don't take the first step, you will be there standing where you are. No, take the first step. Start moving away from where you are.
First step is already taken, sir, by attending a webinar. So
next step at least you have to take it.
Yes. I was told that it will go on till 11:30. My friend has told me. He's online also.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who's that?
I hope Manoj Menon.
Okay, Manoj Menon.
Both are.
Sometimes it
from
even
Mumbai.
goes to 1 o'clock. Okay.
So that's
sometimes it will even go up to 1 o'clock. If you guys have the
Doesn't
patience to
matter
listen
as
to my
long as
voice.
no. As long as we are bound to make some money, so you have to invest time also, and you're doing it. And you're doing it free. Very few people are doing it, so it's absolute pleasure.
Anyway, ultimately the proof of the pudding is in the eating. No, you guys have to make
Yes.
money. That is what will make me happy.
Yes.
Until the time, I'll keep on drilling this into you.
That is what is needed. More practice.
More practice is the only thing which can make you successful.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have a question regarding, see, what is the idea of abandoning the opening bias?
The idea is that people are complaining to me saying that we are missing a few reversal trades. Like I'll show you here. This reversal trade, which happened here, right? You would not have been able to take the CE trade because the price was below the open.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Bank Nifty has fallen steeply. Price is below the open very clearly.
But
This
maybe,
reversal trade, if you miss, you feel bad. You could have
but
made
that,
good money out of it.
that kind of reversal trade out of 5 trades, how many successful will be turn out to be? But on the contrary, when we follow the opening bias, we are going with the trend.
Correct.
And probability of success seems to be much more over there. It is just a viewpoint.
Yeah. Everybody's got different viewpoints. No, some people said, sir, we are missing this trade. What should we do?
Yeah, we do miss, but out of 5 trades, that it will be say 1 trade that will be missed, but rest of the 4 trades mainly goes wrong.
That 1 trade would have given you huge profit. No.
That's correct. But the say it's like out of 10 trades I'm missing out on 1, but the other probability of is higher when I go with the flow with the trend.
Yeah, you missed trades like this on one day. Then next day you find similar pattern. This also you miss. Won't you feel bad?
I understand, but at the same time, if I avoid that one and I see the trade getting hit stop losses, then that is also part of. See, as I said, what I'm trying to say is out of 5
You're
trades.
saying that I'm not trying to catch this reversal, but my original trade hits the stop loss. I'm okay with it. Perfectly fine. That's what I said. No, it is a matter of individual perceptions.
Correct.
Right? You've taken a PE trade and then suddenly you find a CE entry. I'm saying you take both the entries and see. See, you don't know which side the momentum is going to happen. Believe me, there's nobody in the world who can predict market movements. Okay. So if you don't take each and every trade you get, then you're bound to miss out on some good momentum moves like this day. This would have given you solid profit. No, 771 say you have gone to 1,200.
But that reversal trade, if correct me if I'm wrong, the reversal trade was also a part of say that 1 hour candle or 2 hour candle reversal setup.
Yes, it could have. At the time, will you take it or no?
Yeah, because it is part of the reversal setup which was coming up at the bottom.
Correct.
And the probability of it was like in last time as we discussed, it was in a high probability reversal zone.
Correct.
So it may be one of in the kind of that kind of reversal may not come on a daily basis.
Yeah, it may not come. If it doesn't come, you trade in the normal way. No.
Correct.
The problem is what? Price is moving down. You feel there's a strong seller bias here. Your mind will not say take a CE trade. Right?
Right, right. It will have a clarity.
See, any reversal has to happen from the bottom and then go to the top, right?
Correct.
So if I have, let us say on the daily candle, I have one red day. Let me show you in Bank Nifty. I had a red day here. Next day, price has to start from the bottom and then only move up. So when the price starts at the bottom, you cannot say I will not take a reversal trade.
Yeah.
Even though the bias was negative at that time, you would have taken a reversal trade if the signal came. Otherwise, if you don't get the signal, don't take. But when you get a valid HeikenAshi signal, why you will not take the trade?
But that valid HeikenAshi signal is coming up some type of like a support area or some kind of a important
It has to be
reversal
at an
area.
important level. Generally, it is a support level at which you will trade this reversal trade.
Take an example of yesterday. Say there's lot of say there was a lot of call which got triggered. But ultimately that P1 only was in a winning mode.
Correct.
So in that case, if I had gone with the flow with the trend, I would have been making money with the PE trade. Whereas if I had gone, if I rejected the opening bias and taken the call trade, then I would have been unnecessarily getting butchered. I think 2 trades in the call section got rejected, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
So,
not 2 trades. 1 trade in the call section and 1 trade in the PE section was getting a stop loss hit.
Correct. But
that's okay is what I'm saying. You have a very small stop loss. Take that hit and move on to the third trade. No.
Fine.
See, the way you look at it is like supposing you are a system trader using a high moving average crossovers. You cannot tell your system you ignore these moving averages crossover. Take only this. You don't know where the price will gather momentum. Like yesterday, we were all sitting and feeling bored when the price was stagnating here. Suddenly this momentum came and it drove my PE trade into huge profits.
Yeah, exactly.
How will I know when this momentum will come? Sometimes it may come in between. Sometimes it may come towards the end.
But at least, okay, fine. It's okay. I don't want to get into it. It's okay. But let's see how it goes, say, coming week.
If you are more comfortable with the opening bias, please go ahead. Okay. If you're wanting to trade all the turns, then remove the opening bias.
Sir.
Correct.
Yeah.
So one thing I can say, which example you are showing, the P side V-shape reversal. All I can say, the rule is still that when we are in P trade, whenever our SL not hit, we are still in the trade.
Correct.
So I think first in the morning we should get an entry in the PE trade.
Correct.
And we are still in the PE trade unless the stop loss is hit. Then we find opportunity in the CE trade, so we can't catch the bottom of the CE trade.
See, the problem is a lot of people want to catch both. They want to exit with the profit here and also take this profit.
I can't find a solution, perfect solution for them. Then you have to take each and every signal, call, sell.
Exactly, that is what I'm saying. The moment you start looking at it like a moving average crossover signal,
yes,
you have to take each and every signal because you don't know where the momentum can build up.
Yes.
Now, if I'm going to be sitting here and saying I will not take a CE trade, that also is a little bit foolish.
Yes. But we are still in the PE trade and our SL is not hit. So
SL
we
is not
can't.
hit. Normally, we opt for an alternate trade until the SL or target is hit.
Yes.
Now, the problem is, where is your target?
So let's suppose to forget our target. We just trail it into 1:1. When our target reaches 1:1, so we trail our stop loss to break even. So unless our stop loss is not hit, so we can't enter the CE trade.
So after your stop loss is hit, after it reaches break even, let's say at this candle low.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then you will take a CE trade.
Then we have to take a CE trade and
provided the signal comes here.
Yes.
At 1:30.
So we are not able to catch the exact reversal, but that's what I am trying to say. We can't catch every signal.
You know it and I know it. A lot of people think I should catch. Right.
They have to learn it, sir. They have to learn it from you because I learned it from you. They have to learn it.
The problem starts when we start customizing for every individual need, sir. There's when the confusion starts.
Correct.
Yes.
You are absolutely right. I prefer not to customize any of these things at all.
Yes.
But I'm saying, okay, what is the worst thing that will happen if I remove the opening bias?
No, sir. The worst thing that will happen is few people will take the trade tomorrow. The reversal also, it will not work in their favor. Tomorrow night in the session, you'll be answering and explaining. They'll be like, sir, go to this point in the chart. Now tell me what happened.
I'm already explaining right now that if it doesn't work, you're going to take the stop loss hit. Beyond
No,
that,
sir. Then they will say that why our stop loss hit? You said that we have to take in both C and P trade and our P trade. Actually, Ghost, who is
okay. I
yes,
also
sir.
said if you have a stop loss hit, you please take it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So if they have a problem, then it is they themselves have to blame. No.
Yes, sir.
They can't sit and blame me on this. My vanilla system is working beautifully. I may miss a few trades, but I'm happy doing that.
Ultimately, sir, at the end of the day, we have to be in green MTM, no matter it is how small or how large. It's a matter how large it is, because but some in out of 20 days trading days, we will get 6 to 7 large trending moves, and then we will make up that this ultimately this small profit will add, and that 5 or 6 days this big profit will also add. So ultimately at the end of the month you will be in huge green MTM. So what's the problem? Don't want to catch each and every vessel. You will not be able to catch until your SL will hit. You have to wait. When your SL is hit, you have to wait for another signal, and that signal is coming much higher from the reversal signal entry. So how can you trade?
True.
And yesterday when you entered in the P trade, you will not able to enter in the C trade, and the P trade goes beautifully. And if you entered into the C trade, then you will curse, oh my God, why I entered into the C trade?
Yes.
My P profit is now halved because of the C trade. So why are we entering?
True.
These kind of problems will come. You have to overcome it. Ultimately, your goal is green MTM, not red MTM. You have to accept it. You can't catch each and every move.
Clear, guys? You can't catch every move. You have to accept that there are some moves which are not going to be traded. You will have to wait.
Sir, there was this poll in FTU group. The poll was like how many people only buys and how many people only sell and how many take both buy and sell intraday. So there was like 95% people who chose both buy and sell. They will go for buying also, they will go for selling also.
Yeah.
And 95% people fails, that's why.
So the interesting fact I saw in the FTU nowadays I don't watch the FTU main group because I don't want it anymore. but sometimes some interesting chat came up. So yesterday someone posted that the 6% intraday, not intraday, monthly return is enough, and for that you have to need a 2 lakhs amount or something. So I was laughing. what when I will upload my PNL, I will upload PNL. I have to give some reply to that group. After that, I will leave that group. But when I saw the chat, I just laugh and say stay quiet, because I know when I will upload my PNL, some will one say that this is a bullish moving market and you have made money and blah blah blah.
Yeah, we are not here to prove anything to anyone, okay?
Yes, sir.
Only person we have to prove to is our own family and our own self.
Yes.
We don't need to sit and prove what
No,
you are.
what I am trying to say that they are willing to accept the 6% return monthly.
That
So
is the
in this,
problem with them, Nair.
yes, no, sir.
They've all learned everything wrong, and now
Yes.
they're trying to say this is a good return. They are
Yes,
comparing
and
it to the FD return and saying
yes,
I'm making more than FD.
yes. Well, I am trying to say, sir, we are getting return at minimum what in today's trade I get return 30% of my total capital.
Exactly.
In silver trade. So you are getting much more money. Why are you trying to get each and every signal?
True.
Ultimately, trying to catch each and every signal, your MTM might be getting red. Don't do that. Stay with the original method or any updated method as mentioned by sir. You will get in the green MTM. I am the life proof of it. I started with 20K capital, and now my capital is 73K plus today 7,000. So that's kind of 80K. So I have multiplied four times my capital in 1 month. So why can't you? Just following the original method, not daily candle method or not anything. Each and everyone can 4 times, 5 times capital. So please stay with original method. Don't tinker with that. With tinkering, you will get the system much more complicated. Then you have to use different types of indicators, different types of plot, different types of support resistance zone, and will get again frustrated. And the simple system will become complex, and you will lose money again. Start to lose money again. That's all I can say.
This is a perfect piece of advice Swaminathan is giving. It is up to you guys whether you want to follow it or not. But if you don't follow it, you're the loser actually. And people jumping from course to course, go ahead and collect the courses, but don't expect to become a successful trader because you have more courses on your hard drive. It doesn't work that way.
All I can say that sir, I have fully watched more courses than any of our group members. Maybe not greater than you, but maybe I have watched more number of courses, and I deleted it today. I got free time and I deleted it, and 2 TB of my hard disk got cleared completely, and I was so relieved. So that's why I'm telling you that this is the simple one of the simplest trading method by which you can multiply your amount at the end of the month 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So don't tinker with it. Stay with the trade. If you're 5 or 6 stop loss hit within a 1 day, don't cry and don't just leave the system. Maybe tomorrow or the next day or after tomorrow, you will get the huge return which you will miss. Some of the members yesterday took 2 trades first and left the trade, and look at them now. The third trade of the P trade might give them huge profit. They left the money from the market. So that's why I am saying stay with the system for at least 1 month. Lots of your time has been already wasted in the financial career. Stay at least 1 month and then compare with your returns.
Holy grail. Now we don't need anything.
I won't go so far as to call it a holy grail, but it is
But end of the day, we are getting good results, sir. Means we are never in loss.
What is your current situation, Sufyan?
Sir, now my capital is 20K.
Good, yeah.
When I started with Swami sir, my capital was around 3,000. And the first day, it was a rain-bound day and I had completely lost. So with 2,000, I made 20,000 around in these 2 weeks.
Great, great.
Great. Really
Great, man.
Sufyan, hey, decided to do live trading.
Yes, we had.
Unfortunately, on that day, both of us, we saw profit on the screen. We said, let us wait for doubling our money.
It was a range-bound day and we were getting, both were getting, sir was getting around 10,000 plus profit and I was getting 3,000 plus profit. But we didn't do, we were waiting for more. So our trailing stop loss hit, no, we didn't trail it, our stop loss hit, and after that second time also our stop loss hit. So we stopped trading, but after that one more signal was there. So we didn't trade it at that signal, and on that day we both had loss. I had loss of 1,000 and sir also had something 7 to 8,000 loss.
Yeah.
But next day I practiced and I traded with only remaining 2K. I made till now my capital is 20,000.
Fantastic.
So that's two of us now.
Yeah.
So you guys must be inspired from me and what is your name? MD? Sufyan. Okay. So, okay, bro. You have to be inspired from us, Sufyan bro, and from me. You have to believe in this system. You can't catch each and every move. How can you guarantee this is exact reversal? Sir already told us there is no support and resistance. Each and every point is support and resistance. How can you guarantee this will be not?
Actually, I have not told them this. I think most of the people, newcomers, have exited anyway. So I have not told them about the support and resistance and what I feel about it.
Okay.
For the people who are here,
even after that, you plot the exact support or resistance. How can you guarantee the price will not break the support or resistance? And if you took the PE trade in the resistance and it will stop, don't get your stop loss hit. What can guarantee you can give them? If you can give that kind of guarantee, then you must use support and resistance systems because you are expert in that.
What we are talking about is like we say that there is no such thing called support or resistance, or rather every point in your chart is a support and resistance. If I click a random line here, which is not exactly resistance or support here, when you scroll back, you will find that it has acted as a resistance or support. Okay, all I have to do is close my eyes and keep clicking. Okay, I've clicked all these lines, closing my eyes. Now you zoom out and see.
Chalo.
Exactly, all these lines have been respected as a resistance or a support. So don't think it's a scientific process. There's no scientific process in support and resistance. You click random line also, it will act as a resistance or support. Let me go to the 1 hour chart. You see how perfectly this random line has acted here as a support and previously as a resistance. You keep on scrolling and keep clicking random lines. You will find that at every point these lines are respected. You can see this, no? So throw away all the old concepts is what we are trying to tell you. All these old concepts, yes, they are valid lines. Absolutely no problem about that. But you don't need them in your trading. I need them to explain for a paid training group. I can say, see how this resistance was acting, how price respected my level very accurately. If I'm a paid trainer, I can do that. Or if I'm writing a book, I can keep on publishing charts saying how this price got respected. We'll say there was a false breakout, then a push down, then again finally a breakout happened. how does it help you guys when you're doing live trading in the market? It doesn't help you at all. So we are saying forget concepts of supply and demand zone. Yes, we all know supply and demand only moves the prices. But you don't have to consciously sit and mark each and every zone to trade effectively. You don't need any of those concepts at all in your trading. Unfortunately, I also came to know about it very late. Otherwise, I would have retired from trading also. All these are illusions. When you say I have a head and shoulder formation, in live market, you cannot spot that formation. You cannot spot any wedge or a rising wedge or falling wedge. After everything has happened in the evening at EOD, I can sit and mark on the chart and say, look at how this wedge was formed, how this pattern was formed, how a M pattern is formed. All those things I can sit and give you lectures. But when you are trading in the live market, there is no way you can imagine or anticipate all these patterns. Later you can say, yes, it formed a double bottom or a double top. By then, take any action on that. So please, please, please throw away all the old concepts. You don't need volume spread analysis. You don't need any of this stuff. A lot of people will hate me for saying this. People who are clinging on to the old teachings they've learned. They will definitely hate me for saying this because I'm just trying to shatter every myth and illusion here. See, after so many hours, I can say, see how this price was respecting this level. Is there any use for me when I'm trading here? I really don't care what the hell price did here. Simple reason is I'm not trying to predict the price. I'm trying to follow the price wherever it is going. And I use the HeikenAshi candle to tell me where the price is going so that I can remain in the trend as long as it lasts. Any point on your chart is a support or resistance line. Even if I click on it randomly, it will have to act as a support or resistance. See how this thing fell into place, literally. Conceptually, there is no use of all these principles which people teach.
Yes, sir, I totally agree. And I have done a lot of training courses. Yesterday I made a heavy loss, and I just at night, although I'm connected to your group for a long time, but due to paucity of time, I could not follow the videos. So yesterday, after making that loss, I said I'm doing something wrong. So I did 4 hours of backtesting with this HNA method, HeikenAshi method. And today only, I just started today, and I've recovered 85% of my loss.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So, I agree with you, this all head and shoulders, flag patterns, like for today, everyone was saying crude is bearish, crude is bearish. And the moment I saw a signal from HA, I said, okay, forget about the, prediction. I'll go with the signal. And I went with the signal. Yeah.
The beauty is you don't need to look at world markets and see what Dow is doing, Nasdaq is doing. You don't need to look at SGX Nifty. You don't need any other guidance other than your HeikenAshi method.
Even the inventory data was negative, but again the crude was going up. So that tells you data is irrelevant. It's only the price which moves.
See, the amount of data NSE churns out on any given day is so huge. You can't take data analysis and say I'm going to trade like this, because some of them may even be conflicting data.
It is conflicting.
And I don't even look at option chain analysis, and I don't look at OI and OI change and all those things which people are fond of doing nowadays. Everybody creates an automated Excel sheet saying OI change is like this, so bullish, bearish and all. Market is doing something else.
That OI is totally to mislead you only.
Absolutely.
Because, it's a highly misleading data. I never follow it.
So most of the people don't seem to learn from that. They keep on doing the same thing again and again, and they expect a different result. How it will happen? If you do the same thing, you will get the same result only, no?
Very true.
So you need to radically change your way of looking at things and say that I'm going to try something different. And people are making money with this. Some people are skeptical about it even now in our group. All I can say is please go away if you don't like it. We don't want negative-minded people on the group. You want to try it honestly, then you come back to me and tell me that it has failed. Let me look at it. And after that, if I'm convinced, I'll admit that maybe the system is wrong. But it can't happen that so many of us who are making money using this system can be wrong at the same time. The money is there in our bank account, which proves that the system worked. See, in any large group, or even a small group like ours for that matter, there will always be people who come in and try to kick the system. They'll kick the tires and say things are not okay. I don't know what they expect out of any system. I'm sure they will not find what they want. And ultimately, they will go away. That is why we don't have a culture of banning and all in the group. If people don't like what we are saying, they can always go. And in any group of people gathering together, you're bound to have ego issues. You're bound to keep arguing with people. That is human nature, no? It's okay. We'll take all these things as it comes. But people who honestly try the system and come back to me saying that I failed after 1 month, then we'll look at whether the system is wrong or something is wrong with you. Most likely it is the second thing, because system is working for others. No, why it will not work for you? It's not some God-sent system. It's a simple common sense. Buy at support, sell at resistance. That's all we do. We only use HeikenAshi as a tool. That's all.
People don't apply it. They just want like that. They don't use on charts. Means they what do. In our group today, see Rabindra. Yes, Rabindra. He was in our group from the first day.
Yes.
But he was just watching. He didn't trade it. But today he traded, and first time he applied the concept, and he made around
600 points on crude. No?
Yes, in crude.
Yeah.
Silver.
Yeah, silver. He also traded silver. Yes. Point is, unless you try, you won't know whether it's working or not. First try, no.
He was from the first day, but he was just watching. He didn't trade. Now today, first trade he traded and made a huge profit.
He had his mindset issues also. No, he's a big follower of Lance Begg's YTC course. He believes Lance Beggs is God, and he has to filter everything through what he has learned on the Lance Begg's price action course.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It takes people some time to adjust to a new thing and open their minds. It's okay.
As Deepak sir also said, he applied and today he got the results on the first day.
Yes.
Sir, I would like to share something. Okay.
Yeah, tell me, Ankit.
So I lost around all my capital. Okay, for in January. So what I found that what I was doing, simply first thing I was not following any stop loss system. Okay, I was thinking, okay, the price was big gap up. It's going to go down. I will take that trade and I will keep holding that trade till end of the day. Okay, you can't believe I have lost on a single lot 11,000 rupees on a single lot.
Oh, you.
So that long I have hold that trade. So that was there, and after 2-3 days I thought, okay, this will be the end of the market. If I am going to lose everything, I will lose everything. I will do gambling. Okay, what my mind says, okay, today it's going to go up. I will take C entry, and on that day it was sideways range, and it become zero. So means I tried everything which we should not try. Okay, so following the green candle and buying at top and don't put the stop loss. I was not putting any stop loss, and I lost my capital. Okay, so after that I am seeing your videos from first day, sir. So today I tried and it worked. I was doing paper trade as well. I was quite convinced because you have the system where you have to just take a small stop loss. Okay, don't like what I was doing earlier without. I have lost everything. Okay, but at that point I know if I would have a stop loss in place, I would have lost minimal amount. But
Yes.
now I know what is the benefit of putting the stop loss, and even you know, right, that stop loss is too small.
Yes.
Okay, even if it hits, it's not going to erode your capital.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, sir. So it's good for us. Like Swaminathan is there, Sufyan is there, you are there, Hardesh sir is there. So it's quite good, right? So we are making a good way. Okay, if someone don't like, let them leave. Okay, we are here. Who believe in your system, they will remain in the system.
True.
Ankit, it was so smooth today. In half an hour you earn like 4K. That's not bad.
I did paper trade yesterday as well. Okay, yesterday I did paper trade. I got entry and I was earning good. But yesterday I was thinking I should have put money in my account back because I traded after 4 months. Okay, I didn't trade it. I was looking for various courses. I joined Shiva option courses, scalping courses, Y Pulse, and all those things I subscribed, but didn't help anything. Okay, so today I was doing paper trade with Swami sir. Okay, I was just to gain confidence. I was doing paper trade, and it was quite beautiful system. Okay, first thing is that you have stop loss. Okay, if stop loss is there, you don't have to worry anything. Okay, you won't erode your capital from your account. That's the main thing. If you take 2-3 stop loss, you are not going to become poor. That's the thing. And after that, today when I saw this open range breakout and it was giving an entry signal as well, so I immediately added fund in my account and I took the trade during that time.
That's good. A lot of people made money on silver trade today.
Swaminathan sir.
Haji?
Vagish here.
Yeah, Vagish.
Please, can you explain by using stock options like that, please?
Explain what?
HeikenAshi candle for stock options.
Stock options, okay, we'll do that. See, what you do is when you're trading stock options, you have two choices. One is you can go to the indices watch.
Yeah.
Okay, you look at the sectoral index.
Okay.
Right? This is the section we'll look at. If Nifty is red, you look at the top losers here. Like FMCG was the top loser in, Nifty IT was the top loser in on Friday, not Friday, day before yesterday. So you look at the top 3 or 4 stocks and choose any of these stocks for your stock option trade. The other way is just look at top gainers and losers and decide which stocks you want to pick. Now, sometimes it can happen that there is a stock in the top gainers list, but it goes away. The momentum is lost. But generally what I found was if you go by the sectoral indices, one of these things becomes a top gainer or loser. In this case, top loser or something. So let us take something like Infi. So basically what you're going to do is at around 9:45, you have selected the stock, let's say, Infi is your take.
9:45. At 9:45.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So what you do is first you look at the spot chart and see at 9:45 where your price is. Right? Sorry, this is on a daily candle. I'll move it to the 15-minute candle. So at around 9:45 candle, which is the third one, my price is around 1,372.
Yes, sir.
So normally when a sectoral stock is doing well or doing badly, you can expect around 3 to 5% move. I like to trade OTM options. That is why I'm doing this. So what I do is at that moment I had 1,375 as the price, let's say. Actually it was 1,372. It's okay. I will deduct 3% from the price. So I can expect reasonably in fee to go to 1,300, 330.
Okay, you will going to select particular strike price. I mean,
Correct.
particular
Now I'm
strike.
going to select my strike price based on what I found, 3% lower than current price. Right?
Okay, if Nifty is red, you will going to select particular stock based on Nifty red, and that is PE, that is
Correct.
put option.
Put
Yeah.
option you will take. So I'm selecting, let's say 1,320 strike price.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Now, since I'm trading after 9:45, right? I will look for a HeikenAshi entry signal. My entry signal rule says buy above the red HeikenAshi candle high. So at around 10 o'clock, you look at your normal candle and see what is the high price. My high price is 7.9. Let us say we enter into the trade at 8 rupees.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now all you have to do is wait and see how far the price goes. Even if you do nothing, at the end of the day, you would have still been
You
in
will
profit.
make profit. Yeah.
Right. If you had exited at a higher price, then you make a slightly little bit more profit. So let us say you made 3 rupees profit on NFI. Lot size is 600, 1800 bucks.
Okay.
All for a very small investment, no?
Yeah. So how you will going to decide when to exit, sir? Based on entry chart or based on option
Purely on
what
the
you have
option chart.
selected?
Purely on the option chart, we'll decide where to exit. It basically is something which I don't like to interfere and give advice on. Some people may feel that, okay, I got 3 rupees out of this trade, I'm okay with exiting. That's also fine. I prefer not to exit till the end of the day. As long as the trade is running, as long as it is not hitting my stop loss.
Okay.
Right? I would like to keep the trade running. One day I may make smaller profit, another day I may make very big profit.
Okay.
So this is how you trade your stock options. You can take any of the stocks which you feel like from the top 3 or 4 in the sectoral indices list.
Okay.
The reason we do the sectoral indices is it's easy to catch a top gainer stock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you say media has gone up by 3%, right, and you see PVR and Inox and all those things, take the top 3 stocks.
Okay.
Put it in your watch list first.
Sir, even though Nifty is red, there are some stock still there might be green. Can we select that one?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
See, this tells you what the price is doing now, right? At 9:45, what the price is doing. If it is in a strong upward trend, why not?
Okay.
If Nifty is red, it doesn't mean all stocks will fall down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I'm just taking this as an example. Okay, PVR I've taken at 9:45. I would have missed a big entry, right? So I will wait for my HeikenAshi signal, which comes around 12:45.
After 9:45 only you have to select.
You have to give enough time for the stock to prove that it is an upward move, no?
Okay. Based on the trend.
Otherwise, you can do one more thing also. Forget all these things. Just trade on the basis of the opening candle breakout.
Okay, sir.
You take a top gainer stock and mark the high and low of the first 15 minutes. When the 15-minute high breaks out, you take the trade.
What you are marking is no, sir. Even including wick also we can mark, no?
You have to
Or
mark.
only body?
You have
Only body.
you have to include the wick also.
Yeah.
That is what is your resistance line, no?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Body is not resistance. Body's resistance is already crossed once and it has hit the top. There's a new level of resistance formed here.
Yes, sir.
So once that resistance is broken, obviously you're going to be into a good buy trade. If you want to trade it this way, no, you can pick any stock which has liquidity. Ideally, it is better that you select from the top gainers. At least you know that the price has already started moving. You're not waiting for it to move. Supposing I take some other stock also. Zeal was there in the top gainers list. What other stock can I take from F&O segment? It was not there in... Zeal is here in top gainer. PVR is the top gainer.
Even I saw your video, sir. In that bank nifty, what you are marking, no? So based on what you have selected the option strike price, and you will going to, how you will going to exit it, sir.
Correct. That was based on the 1 hour HeikenAshi candle.
Okay.
What we do is on Bank Nifty, we sit and mark on the strike price. I showed you how we mark this using the line chart, no?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of line chart, you select HeikenAshi.
Yes, sir.
And you start looking at green candles. If it is not making a higher high, that means there was a resistance there.
Okay.
Then it fell. Again, it started going up. Then it stopped making a higher high here. Next candle was making a lower high.
Okay.
Like this, you keep.
So what, sir, please don't mind.
Yeah.
So what you are marking, no? So what you have selected the option strike price, in that only you are marking support and resistance,
Because
right?
I want to know where to exit, no?
Yeah.
See, once I'm into a trade, I would like to exit at resistance.
Okay.
So I mark various resistance levels which the price has to cross.
Okay.
And
What I thought is that, okay, based on Bank Nifty index, based on that marking, you will going to exit this strike price. I was thinking like that.
No,
But
actually, you have to see, this is your tradable instrument. Bank Nifty is not a tradable instrument. Right?
Yeah, sir.
So whatever instrument you're trading, it is better to mark it on those instruments itself.
Okay.
So you will see that when the price reached this level, there's a price rejection. So obviously, you know it's time to exit. In Bank Nifty options, the sooner you take your profit, the better. Otherwise, you let it run till the end of the day. The point is what? You're going to make a slightly smaller profit. That's all, no? It's not that you're going to lose money on that. Some people would like to take exactly the profit at a high level and get out, and they'll feel happy. I am too lazy for that. I like to keep my trade running. I don't want to see the chart. End of day, I'll close.
Okay. Only intraday.
Only intraday. I never take carry forward positions.
Okay. Overnight position you won't carry.
I have no risk of theta decay and all those things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm pretty happy with whatever the market gives me. Some
And
days
also we need good sleep.
Hmm?
And also we need good sleep.
Yes.
Because we never predict the market what will go by tomorrow.
Absolutely, you're right, Vagesh. And there is no point in trying to predict because you know that you cannot predict.
Yes, sir.
Why make that effort if you know that you're not likely to be successful?
Okay. So why you are selecting only Bank Nifty, sir? Why you want to? Why you don't want to select in Nifty like that? Because of liquidity or not like that?
No. Nifty also is quite okay. Somehow I got used to seeing big profits on Bank Nifty.
Okay.
So I like this big volatile moves. A lot of people prefer Nifty because it is more stable.
Yes, yes,
It
yes,
doesn't
sir.
give huge volatility and all.
Yes, sir.
Somehow I like Bank Nifty because I've tasted blood here. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had situations where I've made 10 times, 12 times my capital in one day.
Yeah, yeah.
And those are things which I look forward to.
Okay.
If tomorrow's expiry doesn't become a flat expiry, and if it's
Yes, sir.
giving me a trending move, I'm sure we can see 300, 400% profit.
Okay.
We are all waiting only for the trending move to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at option chain and say writers are trying to restrict here, etc., etc. I am not bothered about it. If trending move comes, I'll take happily the profit. If it doesn't come, it's okay. I don't want to sit and predict the markets because I'm sure I cannot predict. Your data points in the option chain will also not be still. No, they'll also be moving.
Yes, sir.
During the day, so many things will happen. Demand and supply is making people write option contracts.
Mm-hmm.
How will I know which is going to hold and which is not going to hold?
Okay.
You can still look at it and say, okay, probably there's an expectation that price will come down here, so writers are concentrated here. But actually what happens is put writers are exiting,
Mm-hmm.
right? 4,915 contracts have been removed. Then where has it got added? Here also exit is happening.
So on Thursday, how you going to select strike price, sir, for Bank Nifty?
Thursday, very strictly
That is the
morning
expiry
session
day.
and afternoon session, 2 sessions I trade.
Okay.
First session in the morning is 300 points away OTM.
Okay.
I close the trade by around 1 o'clock. With whatever profit I get, I close.
Okay, sir.
And after 1 o'clock, I sit and wait till 1:30 or maybe 2 o'clock. I enter a ATM straddle.
Oh, okay.
Then I just let the trade run till the end of the day. If one side becomes ITM, I'm making money on that side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Only problem is if the market is only sideways for the next 2 hours, then you're going to lose money on both sides.
On both
Or
sides.
rather, you're not making big money. That's fine with me.
Sir, can you repeat the strike prices like day-wise, like Monday, what should we do, and
Yeah,
Tuesday?
sure. Friday, 1,500 points away.
Okay.
Monday, around 1,000 points away.
Okay.
Tuesday, maybe 700, 800 points. It depends on the premium amount.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday is around 500 points.
Okay.
Expiry day is always 300 points. Morning session and ATM afternoon session. Like this is not sent by God. You guys have to experiment it and try and see what works best for you. Right. It has worked for me, so I'm mentioning this. Some people may take a ATM even on a Friday.
Yeah, sure. That's up to us to experiment. But just wanted a recommendation from an expert.
I take OTM options because I'm a very, very cheap fellow. I don't like putting too much money in the market.
Also that you trade multiple lots. You
Yes, you can trade multiple lots and I mean ultimately when you know that your system is working for you, there's no harm in trading multiple lots. But in any case, I will not want to put more than 200 rupees premium in the market. 200 also is a rare event actually. I like to trade with 100, 120 rupees premium.
even on the days that that you trade with single lots, because there are few days that you mentioned that you're not feeling that well or whatever, so you just trade a single lot.
Yeah, even on those days.
Okay.
Strike price will not have any bearing on that, no.
Right, sir.
And see what I've noticed is even with the OTM contract, the same money I would have made on a close to ATM or ATM price, I'm making much more than that in the OTM price. Provided, of course, it's not too far away and the market is not having momentum, then you get screwed anyway. If market has no momentum, you're going to lose on the OTM contracts.
That's fine, but I think lesser the premium, lesser is the risk also.
Correct. Lesser is the risk. That is the reason I do it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't want to put my money in the market and find that I'm losing the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it may not work. I keep repeating this in almost all the webinars. I took a 30 rupee PE trade once, and it was an expiry day. That expiry, we had a strong momentum move. My 30 rupees became 390 rupees. It was a jackpot. And I was trading huge lots at that time. Anything can happen in the market. You need to take whatever you get and be happy. Like tomorrow we'll see how the trade happens. Right now I'm keeping my mind open. We'll see what level it opens at 908. We'll look at this price and then decide which strike price we should select. Expiry damage, don't take deep OTM options because you're bound to lose. End of day, nothing is going to happen and you will lose all your money.
Thank you, sir. Swaminathan, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir, on expiry day, could we trade for the next week's option?
Yeah, you can, definitely. Why not?
So it will help us prevent from the
Absolutely,
decay.
you're right. You can do that.
Yeah.
But I like, as I said, no, I like to buy cheap premium. So I am stick to the current week's expiry only.
Yes, I know, sir, how your mentality is regarding the prices of the options. So we can go far strike also, even if we see the next weeks.
Yes, definitely you can do that.
Yeah, because their volatility will be there, but the decay will not be that much.
True, you're right.
Yeah.
See, I've tried holding trades for a complete month and all those things. Okay, I found I was only not making enough money, and theta decay was pulling out whatever gain I was having. If you want to take monthly options, I can suggest something else. What you do is you look at the monthly chart of Nifty or Bank Nifty. Right? Beginning of the month, you see where the price is opening. And obviously this will take more capital because your premium will be higher. You take ATM straddle. Absolutely nothing else but ATM. Both C and PE you buy. As one side becomes ITM, you will find that your profit keeps accelerating. It will counterbalance the loss on the other side. If you don't want to take a directional call, take a straddle like this. Buy ATM, you will deploy a higher capital, but your money will be safe. During the month, how much does it move? It moves almost, what, 3,000 points, no? 3,500 points. Just out of curiosity, let us see what the average true range is saying. 3,676 points. This you can take advantage of, provided you're patient. And your one of your positions has to become ITM very quickly. That is where you will see the money.
Anyway, sir, all the candles which we are seeing, most of them are big, right?
Yes.
There are wicks, but not that big.
Correct.
Anyways, the body would be able to compensate for whatever theta decay would happen, I think.
Yes.
Because anyway, if we start from top, we go to the bottom, or if we start from bottom and we go to the top,
Yes.
that much, suppose 3,000 points is behind our option, so one option will always be in the money, right?
Definitely.
Either call or put.
Correct. See, here you don't try to play the OTM game.
Yes.
Okay, theta decay will kill you.
So, sir, you have done this?
I've done this.
So how was it like your...
I've always had a very pleasant experience with my Bank Nifty option trades.
Okay.
What doesn't work, I won't talk to you, no. I know it has worked for me, that's why I'm telling you this.
Yes, sir. This is also a way of looking at things.
Yes,
So
but
how much capital is involved in the monthly options?
I don't know, maybe around 25,000 or something. 25,000.
Both the ways?
One way.
One way, okay.
See, the price would be around, what, 600, 700 rupees. So that multiplied by 5.
Correct.
25, I mean. That multiplied by 25.
Sometimes it may be more than 600 also, but let's take this.
Oh, some...
At the start of the month, it is quite high, not 600. Yes. But still. So, but we can take, right?
You can.
The profit would be a decent profit. It would not be like a very dab.
But only problem is the return on your capital employed. That will
I
fall.
know, sir. I know. when we are talking to you, so return on capital employed is like an off topic. In fact, we should not discuss because we know how you think.
But it's a safe bet, right, sir?
Yeah.
Is see exactly how your strategy works. Like few days back, one of my friends, he sold futures and took a deep ITM call. And the next day, Nifty opened gap down 200 points. So he got 30,000 rupees in 2 days.
Yeah.
But he was willing to take that risk also because the risk was around 8K. So he was willing to take that 8K risk and he got 30K. That's fine.
Too many of my friends started looking at me and trading. They used to come to my place. We used to have a couple of drinks as we trade. So they saw that my MTM is very, very excellent. And they also went and tried. And they ultimately failed. They gave up everything and went on to other things. That can also happen. So you can't look at somebody trading and making money and say, I will also do the same thing. It doesn't work that way. So finally, I had to tell them, either learn the thing and do it or just stay away from the market.
In fact, sir, in these volatile days, I think if every day if we take a straddle, right, every day at 3:30, whenever the market is going to close for the next day, and most of the time we are seeing gap up and gap down.
Yeah.
Right. So we are bound to make some money at least, for sure.
Yeah. Some people do that also. First 1 hour may they exit the trade and relax. But it is not a very consistent way of making money.
Correct. But like now it is a lots of gap up and gap down. It may not be the same forever, but at the time it is so. As you can see, ATR has increased so much.
Yeah.
Earlier it was quite down, but now it is more than 900. So it shows there is so much of like range in the market.
Yes.
And we have seen since 4-5 days how much of gap up and gap down we have been seeing.
Yeah.
So in that context, I'm saying.
See, ultimately, it's all a matter of you're experimenting with something which will work for you. Right. Finally, I settled down with my intraday options because I don't like theta decay. And I like to keep my money in the bank account at the end of the day. At least it should be in my broker's account. I don't want it to be out in the market doing nothing. I know that I do miss some opportunities on a gap down or gap up scenario, but it's okay. During the day, I'll make up for what I've lost on that, what I've missed on that rather. It's fine with me. See, end of the day, you have to see how you will devise a trading method according to your personality type. And I'm a very lazy fellow. I like to put my trade and then go away. I'll come back after some time and see what it is doing. then I'll let it run till the end of the day. That's my style of trading. Some people may say, I want to take quick profits. Both methods are equally valid. I can't say that person is wrong and I am right. From his perspective, he is right. From my perspective, I am right. Both of us ultimately take home some money, no? But I'm a lot more comfortable doing this intraday thing with 15-minute HeikenAshi thing. But I like to let the trade run till the end of the day. That's the only difference between me and the others who are trading this. I don't like exiting in between. Either stop loss should get hit or it should close by the end of the day with some profit. Some days I may lose out on some profits. Some days I may make much bigger profit than what the others are getting. It's all boils down to your individual preference. Actually, there's no right way or wrong way to trade in the market, no. I keep saying in most of my webinars, you don't need to think too much about stock trading. What stocks to pick? Any stock you pick can give you profit if you know what you're doing. Again, I'll go back to my random line and say I'll click on if the price is above this, I'll buy. If it is below this, I'll sell. In what way I will be wrong? It depends on where you enter and where you take your profit. There's no need to think too much about trading. The more simpler you keep it, you will find that profit keeps flowing to you automatically. If you try to complicate it, you're going to mess up your trades. You will exit at the wrong place. You will keep your stop loss at the wrong place. All those mess will happen. So develop your own style and try trading with it. I was experimenting for quite some time with daily candle method because I wanted to enter my trade in the morning and close my computer and go. When I looked back and saw what was the worst thing that would have happened, most of these days I would have made big money. One day I would have had a loss. That's fine. I'll go back next day and again trade. If I take a one-sided trade, I'll always be making profit. The moment I try to hedge in a panic, saying price is going against me a particular day, then I end up losing on both sides. Especially when you have situations like this or this, or even not this, this you would have made money. Once it goes in the opposite direction, forms a red candle and then becomes green, that is the day you're not going to see money and you're going to lose money.
Actually, sir, when you started to experiment with these daily candles, unfortunately, we have been seeing these long wicks.
Yes.
So I think that has been one of the reasons why we are not seeing proper results.
Like yesterday's trade, I took on the daily candle method first.
Okay.
Then I had more capital lying around. So I said I'll also trade the 15-minute HeikenAshi. So I had double the profit on the P. Okay. Daily candle method was giving me far bigger profit. So I was very happy. Then I also traded the 15-minute HeikenAshi method and took some profit there also.
I think, sir, daily method really would work. Only thing is we should be patient. We should be patient.
You should be patient and you should be willing to absorb the loss on these kinds of days.
Right. Always we have a buffer of 0.5% as we had talked. So that is in fact a more tension-free way of doing it.
Absolutely.
Which is what I feel.
Trading is not supposed to be just sitting in front of your laptop and staring at the screen. You should be able to place a trade and walk out confidently saying it's okay. Whatever happens, the outcome is acceptable to me. So I would be pretty happy to trade only with this method. Because here you can make a killing on several days. Few days you lose, it's okay. It goes out of your past winning. That's fine with me. Only thing is don't take aggressive position sizing in the beginning. Trade with one lot and see whether you can handle that risk factor. This was the way I used to trade my equities earlier. I used to just place a trade and go away. And I am still around, still trading. That means I have not lost money.
Sir, I think for working people like who don't have time to look at the chart each and every time, for them this daily method would really work well. Because for me, like I have a job as well, so I also try to trade with HA. But sometimes what happens is ki one or two stop loss I hit, and then after I'm not able to continuously monitor the chart and I have to go, right? Like the day before yesterday, the move came at a very late time when I was not at the chart. So I took loss, and later on I was not able to recover like most of our other friends who were able to recover. So people like them, this daily candle would really be a great option, I
Definitely
think.
it will be a good thing. See, what you can do is you can go with the previous candle color and say tomorrow also I'm going to take a downward bias. So you enter only PE at the open. Okay. Don't think I will hedge if it changes color and all those things. One day let it run. See the profit on that day.
Yeah.
So you
Cool,
keep
sir.
doing this. Statistically speaking, if you trade based on the previous candle color, right, you have a 50% chance anyway of winning.
In
Another
fact, sir,
50%
when the
you
trend is also very clear, like we can see continuously red, red, red,
will.
hardly there are one or two greens in between somewhere. So
Yes,
most of the days it would be profitable only if we are going as per the last candle's color.
correct, correct. What we did try some analysis on this. Unfortunately, I got a different result and another person got a different result. My result was showing 78% wins and 22% losing trades. Okay. Supposing I take only a one direction trade and I keep on selling based on the red candle I see. So I will see that I've made substantial gains here, and then one day I had a loss. Then immediately I should not change my stance and say no, I'm going to buy. You will keep at the overall trend and also see when you lose. And the simplest way of looking at it is like you put a 5-period moving average on the chart and see. You don't need to take a reversal trade at all. You will just see that on one day or maybe 3 days you had price going above the 5-day moving average. Those days you wait and take an entry or switch over to the HeikenAshi method. Otherwise you continue to trade the open. Simple. But the point is you are going to have losing days like this. These 4 days of losing streak will kill you. It will start demoralizing you. So keep enough backup capital to sustain during those drawdown days and trade the method as it is. So when I did this thing, I took the futures data actually. I didn't take the spot data. I found that 78% of the time following the previous candle color and trading was working out profitable. Balance 22% presumably would have been these kinds of days. Another person tested it on spot and said, yeah, it's only 50-50, sir, it's not 78-22. That's fine. Even 50-50 can give you a much better ROI if you trade this way.
In fact, sir, the system we had discussed buffer of 0.5%, if we include that as well, so it works well with that. Like we can always take a hedge if we are seeing
No, I'm
the prices going
no,
opposite
I'm
our way.
saying hedge is a waste of time. So if you keep looking at the 15-minute ORB or whatever, you will get a late entry, which will prevent you from taking advantage of the big profit. Instead, take a look at your daily candle itself and trade. What is the worst thing that will happen? Or one day you'll lose, no?
No, sir, we are looking at the daily candle only, not 15 minutes. So it is at the start of the opening price plus minus 0.5%.
Whatever.
That is what I'm saying.
That method we came up with to avoid unnecessary hedging.
Yeah,
I'm
so
now saying,
suppose
don't even think about hedging.
Okay.
छोड़ दो वो सब concept छोड़ दो. Just say previous candle was red. Today also my bias will be downside.
Okay.
One day you may go wrong. 2 days you may go wrong. It's okay.
So like if the trade starts and we see there is a loss, then we do something or let it run.
Just let it run. It depends, of course, on your absorbing capacity.
Right.
Right. If you feel by the, let's say you look at it around 11:30 and trend does not come back to your side, then you cut your losses and exit.
In fact, for this we can use options which are lower priced. So
Absolutely.
so the chances of losses would be automatically lesser.
Because quantity of losses will be smaller and you will be able to stay with the trend for a longer time.
Right.
See, the main difficulty is when you look at the 15-minute method, you don't know where I should exit, what will happen if it falls. All those questions will come into your mind.
Yes, sir. That exit has been one of the biggest problem for me. So I'm
For
looking.
everybody, it is like that.
No, but some
I
people
also don't look at the exit. I just let it run. Simply
your
because I'm
mindset.
indifferent to the outcome.
Your mindset has been made, but most of the people they see 1:1, 1:2. So like that has been hard-brained in everyone's mind. Whoever wants to be a trader, like if they start watching any YouTube channel or anything, so they say take a reward of 1:1.5 or 1:2, something like that.
Yes.
So automatically that has been like hard punched in everyone's mind. Whoever starts at least, yeah.
True.
If they don't see such kind of webinars like we are doing, suppose if a person sees such kind of webinars which we are doing, so they will not at all be convinced with those kind of thought processes.
Yeah, 1:1 is not a worthwhile return for us.
Correct.
See, on days like this and all those things, you should be looking at 1:15 or 1:20.
Correct, sir.
So if you trade on 1:1 risk reward ratio, you're going to be a loser. No, you will leave money on the table. If somebody wants to trade the daily candle, please know that there are risks involved of having a loss on a given day. So don't get scared out of your positions. And take deeper OTM contracts. Anyway, Bank Nifty moves 900 points now.
Actually, sir, I had planned to start with this, but unfortunately the strike which I chose was of higher price. I had not considered that, and when I saw big loss, so it was demoralizing for me at the start only, in the first try.
Yes. You
But
tend to get scared.
yeah, but I want to try it. I will try it.
Try it out.
Yeah, at lesser prices.
See, there are multiple ways you can look at your trend and decide. Right, you can use an indicator to identify a main trend and keep trading in that direction no matter what. I like the 5-day moving average because by and large it keeps you within a short-term trend. Or you can use something like parabolic SAR indicator. This will give you a decent long-term trend also. As long as you don't get scared out of this method because of some green candles forming, you are perfectly fine using this. Here you don't have to look at HeikenAshi, you don't have to look at anything. Just enter the trade in the morning. But you have to be ready to punch in your order exactly at 9:15 as the market opens. You will get a slightly unfavorable price, but the day's momentum will take care of that also. You can try that.
So I share one observation, because with HeikenAshi we do get a lot of false signals also. What I've seen is that whatever high of that red candle is breaking, sometimes that that's like a doji. It breaks the low as well as high. That's a whipsaw.
That's okay. I mean,
That's a whipsaw. It should not have a wick either down or up.
no, if it has a wick also, there's no problem. what you are interested in seeing is whether there is in a scenario like this, has the buyer entered or not.
But because the low is also broken, so sometimes it works as a.
It's okay. It's okay is what I'm saying. See, when price breaks the low first and then
goes. Okay.
Right, then you know that at this low point buyers have come in. They are pushing the price up. Actually, it's a good sign.
Okay.
So don't get too worried about the wicks and all those things. It doesn't have a great impact.
Okay, got it.
We are not reading this as a candlestick chart.
Yeah.
We are looking at it only as an entry
signal.
point.
Signal, yeah. Okay.
All I need to know is at a support level, buyers have come into this market. Right? If the buyers have come in at the support level, like the last two candles, if you see, price was not pushed down below this level. So it automatically tells me that when buyer is pushing the price up, now this is only a small retracement move. This is likely to go up again. Right? So if you're taking 31,400 C, probably you'll see an upward move where you can take a profit also.
Right.
Though the overall market sentiment may be down, you can still make a profit on this. But the only point is I don't like looking at the chart and waiting for this. I would rather place a trade and forget about it.
Right.
End of the day, you'll have a fantastic feeling if your trade works out. You see big profit happening. Easily you would have made 200-300% of your premium. Especially with the OTM option, you would have made big money.
True, sir.
When you enter, the price has to be small. Then it may grow. Maybe you enter at, let's say, 60 rupees. And if it becomes 500 rupees, you're happy. Right after that move. And it is not that these things are not known to happen. They happen every time. Only we are not there to catch that thing when it happens.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a momentum candle, you can keep trading this way. Okay, one day the trade goes wrong. Don't get unnecessarily perturbed about it. Take the loss, close your trade. Next day is a new day. Any simple process, if you repeat it long enough, it is bound to give results. Any other questions from anyone?
No, sir. We are good. I think we should call it a night.
Yeah, we'll do that. So thank you all for attending.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Pleasure
sir.
is ours.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Good night.
Good night.